Rightio then, hello everybody and welcome to Hive Live's official coverage of Barnet versus Dagenham and Redbridge. As ever, I'm your commentator Rory Edwards. I'll be talking you through the game later, and alongside me is Mr. Brian Matovu. How are you, Brian?
I'm good, thank you, Rory. Hope you're well, and good afternoon to all the Bees fans tuning in. It's a great day for today, isn't it?
It's a stunning day. There is not a cloud in the sky, well, maybe a wisp of one, and a bumper crowd expected after the club put on a great offer, football for a fiver, kids for £1, and it looks like the people have responded.
Yeah, it's looking very busy today. All the stands looking very filled, of course, and I can't wait for this game to start. You know, it's a beautiful day, good kick-off time, and hopefully this is the start of an amazing day for everyone connected with the club.
Absolutely. Well, it was an amazing evening on Tuesday night. We were there for that one. Barnet 5, Yeovil Town 0. I think it was one of those performances where it wasn't anything crazily special, and we still won 5-0.
Yes, one of those ones where Barnet never really came out of gear 2, if I have to be quite honest. I think when the first goal went in, I think that was it. That broke the deadlock, and from there it was just all controlled from Barnet. To win 5-0 is a really impressive scoreline. Of course, you know, Yeovil Town were very injury stricken, a lot of guys were out, but Barnet capitalised, and like I say, you can only beat what's in front of you, and that's what Barnet did. Showcased their muscle and showed why they're top of the league, and on to the next for them.
Yeah, in fact, Dean Brennan, it shows you the level of standard that's being drilled home to these players, because Dean Brennan wasn't actually that happy in his post-match interview, was he? He used the word sloppy.
Yeah, I mean, he's right, to be fair. In the first half, it looked a bit timid, a little bit too slow, but when Barnet got the first goal, he just showed their quality, and I think Dean Brennan knows that his side can do so much better. You look at the York game, how Barnet performed in that game. The York performance was so good, but only ended 3-1. The overall performance was nowhere near as good, half as good, I'd say, but won 5-0. That's football.
It certainly is. It's been football this season for Barnet, not even really getting into third, fourth, fifth gear and still winning 5-0, albeit Yeovil Town did have a few injuries, didn't they? Yeah,
did a few injuries, like we were saying before, and it was tough for, you know, them to come to a side like Barnet, to the Hive, a side where Barnet have not lost a game all season. To expect them to win that game would be very, very difficult, but Barnet did what they had to do.
They did indeed, and the goal scoring started with Mr. Ryan Glover against the Glovers. I saw someone said something like Glover on Glover violence, which I thought was quite funny. And yeah, Glover on the rebound from a Ben Coker header.
Yeah, Ryan Glover doing what he does best. He's been in great form this season and popped up at the right time. Brilliant header from Ben Coker, unlucky not to score, hit the post, but Ryan Glover on hand, as you do, to tap it home for the Bees.
Yeah, absolutely, and Stead was in far too much space to get the second goal. Don Bernard, I think it was, had just left him completely on his own, and Callum Stead had the calmness to just slot it in with his left foot.
Yeah, it was a fantastic finish from Callum Stead. The only thing of Callum Stead's game which you'd criticise is his finishing, but that was a brilliant first touch. Rifled it into the bottom corner, and Ben Coker getting another assist, and we know Ben Coker's quality from the left-hand side, but it's good to see Callum Stead getting his third goal in 3 games, so really good for him.
Yeah, and the third goal was an absolute beauty, wasn't it? I mean, was it a cross? Was it a shot? To me, it looked like a deliberate attempt on goal.
Oh, Anthony Hartigan, you're never going to question any time he hits the ball. It was a perfect hit right in the corner. Exactly what we did against York. When he's at that angle, he's always dangerous, and what a finish it was. And that's Anthony Hartigan, just quality, everything about him, his touch, his passing, his delivery, his finishing. And that's what happened. 3-0 Barnet, fantastic first half.
Yeah, I mean, just a moment of praise for Anthony Hartigan then. He sometimes just goes under the radar. That's how consistent he is. You know, the likes of Glover and Love and so forth will get a lot of the plaudits, but Anthony Hartigan is just one of the most important cogs in this Barnet machine.
Absolutely. I think his game is a game where on the eye it just looks so simple, it's effortless, because he never gives the ball away, his passing's always on point, and he's so consistent. You never come out of game thinking Hartigan was poor. That was a dreadful game. He's just always meddling at 7, 8 out of 10. It's like we're being spoiled by him, we don't appreciate him as much, but now that he's scoring the goals, it's like, wow, that really is Anthony Hartigan. What a quality player he is, and led by example. He's the captain and leads by example every single game.
Yeah, I know. It very rarely puts in a bad show. I was going to say I can count them on one hand, but I think I can just count them on one finger, to be honest with you. So brilliant goal. And then obviously half-time, 3-0, cruise control. Game sort of flattened out, petered out in the second half. Yeovil had a couple of moments of themselves without really threatening. And the game was finally killed off by 2 quick-fire penalties. Yeah, 2 quick-fire penalties. First penalty, Dom Telford. Tricky feet, we know he's good with his feet, gets brought down in the box, and then Harry Chapman, what moment for him, you know, he's been out injured, to have the opportunity to score a penalty, buries it nice and keep it the wrong way, and then
Second penalty, Jordan Cropper again, similar to Dom Telford, just nice quick feet, but a brilliant drive and run. Gets brought down in the box, and then Dom Telford this time steps up, sends keeper the wrong way. Happy days, 5-star performance, 5 goals from the Bees.
Yeah, job well done, even if Dean Brennan didn't think so. But he's going to be driving the standards. There are 10 cup finals to go. This is one of the remaining 10. And it's against the Dagenham and Redbridge side who, let's face it, are in horrendous form at the moment.
Oh yeah, they're really, really struggling so far. When I checked, they have 1 win in 12 games. This year, they've only won 1 game, which was against Ebbsfleet, who are the worst team in the league by far. So they're just struggling to get any points on the board. And we always say that these games are free hits, but when you're in Dagenham's position, this game isn't a free hit. You have to get a point or points on the board, and this will be an opportunity for them to do that. It will be very, very tough. No one expects them to win, so you could say it's a free hit, but Dagenham need to win because if results go against them, they could be in the bottom 3 or bottom 4 come the end of today.
Well, it's funny really about Dagenham because they're sort of free fall. There always tends to be 1 or 2 teams that start off okay, and then just absolutely fall off a cliff edge. And that seems to be what's happened to Dagenham and Redbridge, and Solihull as well for that matter, but we're focusing on Dagenham. They beat Gateshead 7-1 earlier in the season with a similar team to what they played last time. It's not easy to explain quite what's gone wrong with Dagenham.
Yeah, it's just inconsistency, on their day. They're a threat. Like I said, we're in the reverse fixture. Dagenham were 3-1 up against Barnet, and unfortunately lost the game, but it shows you they also beat Sutton United 3-0, who aren't an easy side by any stretch of the imagination. They drew to Halifax, they've beaten Hartlepool away, so they have pulled off some interesting results, but just over the course of the season they've just been really, really poor, and over the course of the season it all balanced out, and that's why they find themselves just 2 points off relegation zone.
Well, indeed, but the last game that they played was against Aldershot in midweek, and they managed to get a 0-0 draw there, which is it's an okay result against fellow strugglers. Aldershot are doing pretty poorly themselves. Heavy pitch as well, but there were some really good chances, and none more so than for Josh Rees, their top scorer. He just leaned back and missed from 6 yards out. Yeah,
Josh Rees, he's been their star man this year, and that's a really, really important opportunity that he hasn't converted, and it's difficult because they're going to look back on that and think, had Dagenham won that game, there'll be 2 points clear. We've talked about their late goals they've conceded. I think they dropped almost around 10 points just through late goals, and put 10 points on the board. Dagenham might be saying sneaky playoff position maybe, so it just shows you the fine margins in this league.
Yeah, exactly. There have been some crazy results between these two sides. The last one, as you touched on, 4-3 win to Barnet. That was a brilliant day as well. 3-1 down, but to show the character, Reece Brown had a great game off the bench for that one. Elliot Justin didn't cover himself in glory, but he's actually gone, the goalkeeper, and he's been replaced by Louis Jones. So 4-3 there, and then you go back even further. September 2022, Daggers beat Barnet 5-4. A last-minute Josh Walker goal, and Danny Collins was in that squad. He's the last surviving member of the early Brennan days, so it just shows you what a key cog he's been in the transformation as well. And just a few months before that, Barnet lost 7-3, and that was they were 5-0 down at half time, and then scored 3 goals, Barnet, in the second half to get it back to 5-3, and missed a sitter to make it 5-4. It was one of these crazy games, but thankfully, if you're of a Barnet persuasion, they've managed to kind of tighten things up at the back.
Absolutely. Barnet's defence nowadays, 3 clean sheets on the bounce, conceded around something crazy like 9 clean sheets in 11 games. It's absolutely crazy how Dean Brennan's made this Barnet side such a tough side to score against, such a tough side to break down, and hopefully today we don't see a 5-4 kind of game, but
I wouldn't mind it from a commentary point of view.
From a neutral perspective, it would be amazing, but I think Dean Brennan will want calm and composed, 3-4-0 win.
Yeah. I'll read a couple of early comments then from the YouTube live stream. Paul Newman, thanks for joining us. Paul, Barnet to win 3-0, come on you bees. Let's hope you're right. And Jim Kavanagh, don't care what the score today is, as long as we win. They have a decent 11 on paper, but they've been in appalling form. An early goal for us would be great. Yeah, exactly. An early goal, dent the confidence early doors. Don't let the game drag on and become frustrating. Probably the order of the day.
Yeah, absolutely. I think also the players will want to put on a show for the crowd. It's going to be the biggest tennis of the season, most likely today. It's looking really, really good. It's looking packed out at the moment.
Lovely day for it. Why shouldn't they? Barnet top of the league, could go 12 points clear.
Exactly. So hopefully they put on a show. But like you said, I'm going to go for A 3-1 win for the Bees tonight. 3-1 win this afternoon.
3-1. Okay.
Happy yourself.
See, look, I mean, I don't know what it is about this game, but I think Dagenham, you just look at the fact that they picked up, they almost picked up a very late point against York City. Sorry, let me rephrase that. They were drawing against York City, and York managed to get a last-minute winner through a dodgy penalty, I think.
No surprise there. York scoring late on.
Wonder if any York fans are listening yet or not. So, you know, they're a tough side to play. They got a point against Forest Green Rovers.
Should've won that game,
a 95th minute equaliser from Ryan Innes. I mean, they've been so close to picking up really good results against decent sides. There is absolutely no room for complacency today.
Absolutely not. Yeah, like you said, National League is the National League. They beat Gateshead 7-1. I mean, who would have ever thought that would have happened? They came close to beating York. In that Forest Green game, Dagenham scored in the 92nd minute of that game, and they conceded 3 minutes later. So just goes to show you, on their perspective, they just find it hard to stop goals from going in. But Barnet look at this game thinking, listen, we've got to be professional. And nowadays, like the guy was saying in the comments, it's all about the result. Performance, of course it matters, but it's just about getting the 3 points now.
Yeah.
That final hurdle, championship rounds, just holding in there and winning the game.
Yeah, at this stage of the season, absolutely. Harry Chapman is back on the bench again as well. He had a brilliant cameo last time out. We'll take you through the full lineups very shortly. We can tell you, obviously, that there's only really one change to the last team that played the Oval. Dom Telford coming in for Liam Love. But we'll just touch on Chappers briefly then. Dean Brennan likened him to Messi. He danced through the entire Yeovil midfield and defence and almost scored probably the goal of the season.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's what Harry Chapman's got. That's the ability he has. We know he can play at such a high level, and when he's on the ball, his technical ability is so good. Gets the ball, dribbles past 3, 4, 5 players, almost scores a fantastic goal, just puts it wide. But Chapman's quality, to have him on the bench, and Reece Brown as well, and Liam Love, it just goes to show you the strength and depth that Barnet have.
Certainly does. Rob Walker's going for 7-0 on the Hive Live YouTube chat. Admire the optimism. Why not? Steph is going for a 2-1 win for the Bees as well. Sort of a tighter affair. That would be probably my prediction, 2-1. I think for some reason, I just have a bit of a strange feeling that this game is going to be a little harder than one expects, Brian.
Yeah, I was thinking early, it's one of those games where Barnet could go 2-0 down, but they'll somehow come back to win. But should be a tough game, but the Bees will be the favourites and heavily expected to win.
Well, here come the teams. A very warm welcome to those watching on DAZN as well. Thank you for joining us. Any York City or Forest Green fans may be watching with morbid curiosity as to what this result means for their own season. Huge game later between those two sides.
Yep, there'll be a lot of eyes on that game later on. Should the Bees win this game, or regardless, if the Bees don't win, that's a game to look out for. Either York or Forest Green are going to drop points today. So a massive game, a massive day in the National League.
So the teams are out on this beautiful sun-soaked Hive pitch. Can take you through the lineups now. In goal is the trusty Owen Evans, or should I say in goal? It's more like a fourth centre-back, really.
Yeah, at this point, yeah.
Ben Coker is continuing at left wing-back. The back three is Miles Kenlock, Nick Tavares and Danny Collins. What an amazing back three they are. Idris Kanu retains his place at right wing-back. He's been brilliant so far, certainly in the latter part of the season. What amazing consistency he's showing. In the midfield, it's Anthony Hartigan and Ryan Glover, who are going to be occupying those double pivot positions. Glover filling in for the injured Shelton. Callum Stead and Zach Brunt remain in the number 10 roles. And up front, instead of Liam Love, it's going to be Dom Telford who occupies that position. For Dagenham, just one change to the side that played Aldershot and got a goalless draw against them. It's Louis Jones in goal, Regan Clayton in defence at left back, Chris Francis. Michael Hector has been drafted in as centre back. He played for Barnet on loan in 2011-12 season. Paul Kalambai, Oscar Rutherford make up the rest of that defence. Josh Reese, Jake Hessenthaler in midfield, Ryan Hill, Dion Pereira as well. And up front for them is the birthday boy Josh Umara. Will he be able to get himself a present by bagging a goal here at the Hive in this massive game? Huge game. Like you said, 10 games left. I mean, it's the final stretch of this season.
Barnet know they're in such a good position now, and to not go on to win the title would be a disappointment, but you've got to take it a game at a time. And first of all, you've got Dagenham to contend with a London derby. It wasn't easy in the reverse fixture, probably won't be easy again today, but the Bees have got the quality, they've got the confidence, and it's going to be a bumper game in front of a bumper crowd.
The atmosphere is building steadily here at the Hive. Record attendance for this season, you would think. And the chant is, Bees are going up, ole, ole. The optimism is there for all to hear. Dagenham are in a huddle. They need to pull something out of the bag.
Absolutely.
Certainly, if not this game, then before season end, because they're in a spot of bother.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, Dagenham would look at some of the games, they would have thought, okay, how many points can we get for the rest of the season? But this game will be a bonus game, but there's never any bonus games.
All eyes on Paul Marsden as he thumbs ups both keepers. And Paul Marsden gets us underway here. Barnet versus Dagenham and Redbridge in front of a bumper crowd. And an opportunity for the Bees to go 12 points clear at the top of the league, ahead of a massive game between York and Forest Green. Early challenge there on Anthony Hartigan. It was a late one. Paul Marsden has given the Bees a free kick there. Crowd didn't like that one after just 20 seconds.
Oh yeah, it was a very high tackle from Josh Rees, the captain. I mean, he's pretty lucky not to get in the book. I mean, he's probably given the benefit of the doubt that is very early on, but that is a yellow card tackle, absolutely. Very, very high foot. Very lucky to get away with that.
Well, it is a free kick just past the halfway line for the Bees, in not even a minute played. And Hartigan could play this one short to Zach Brunt, who's come towards him. No, he's going to play it through to Telford, who lays it off for Carney, but Telford was actually offside there. And that's a little bit poor there, a bit needless.
Yeah, a bit of a waste. I mean, Dom Telford's got to look across the line there. It was a good idea from Anthony Hartigan, just take it quick, because Dom Telford got himself in a good position, but just wasn't able to keep himself on side. But yeah, but going back to that challenge, I mean, it was a really high foot. I mean, he's lucky to get away with no yellow card there, Reese. But
referee just probably letting it go for now.
Yeah. The proverbial doesn't want to ruin the game early on.
As the cliche goes. Umrah rises for the header from the goal kick, but it's fallen for Idris Kanu, who hits it up the right channel, but it's gone out for a throw in on the halfway line to Dagenham and Redbridge.
Yeah, and it's so good to see the Hive packed out like this. Absolutely brilliant. It was such a beautiful day.
Here come Dagenham and Redbridge now. Down the right-hand side with Oscar Rutherford. Gets across in towards Umrah. A little bit overhit, and in fact he was offside anyway, was the birthday boy. And it's going to be a free kick to the Bees. Yeah,
just went a bit too early, but he got himself in a good position, to be fair to him. And to be fair, Dagenham, they've got the 10th best attack in this division, so we do know they can score goals. It's just at the back they've struggled a lot, and that's why Mark Hector's been drafted in. Very experienced defender, played in the Championship, played at all levels, so
yeah,
timely addition.
Earlier in the season, of course, they had the likes of Junior Marias. He's not a bad player.
Yeah, very good player, and that's why he was brought back and now he's on loan at Woking.
Evans tries a ball down the left side towards Ben Coker. It looked for a minute like a brilliant ball, but the bounce deceived Coker and it's gone out for a throw into the Daggers deep inside their own half. To just under 3 minutes gone. It's Barnet 0, Dagenham and Redbridge 0. Coker heads it towards Dom Telford, but it's well intercepted and lumped forward towards Dion Pereira, battling with Tavares, and Daggers have actually picked up the ball here with Ryan Hill. Hill back to Rutherford, back inside to Pereira. Daggers with a little bit of possession here, which is we're not quite used to. Ball played up the left channel, but Collins is going to see this one out. It was played up to Dion Pereira, but he was never going to get there, and Owen Evans plays it forward first time towards Kanu. Daggers win it back, although Kanu challenges for the ball. And it's gone out for a free kick. Is that just on the halfway line? Yeah. Right by the touchline. The Barnet management staff weren't pleased with that challenge.
Yes, it's another really hard tackle from Dagenham. I mean, again, that looks like a yellow card offence. I mean, maybe Lewis Young's told his players, listen, to beat Barnet, you've got to match them in terms of physicality, and they're definitely showing that they're not afraid to put a tackle in. And to be fair, lucky not to get away with another yellow card.
Well, Lewis Young's side clearly following some sort of plan to disrupt the game. Tavares plays it back to Evans.
You don't want Barnet to get comfortable in possession, and just breaking up play, giving them free kicks is the perfect way of doing that.
Here's Ben Coker on the left-hand side. Plays it to Kenlock, but that's well intercepted. And here's Pereira for Daggers as they come out. Rutherford. It's played out. A bit loose there, but Daggers continue with it. Umar is tackled by Tavares, but it's come out for Rutherford. Rutherford tries the ball over the top towards Ryan Hill, and he's got there ahead of Danny Collins. It's Ryan Hill just on this right-hand side. Still Hill, although he's dribbled the ball out of players under pressure from Collins, and it's a goal kick to Barnet. And a bit of early possession for Daggers. We're really not quite used to this. We're used to quite early control from the Bees. Still plenty of time to go yet, but Daggers having more of the possession than we probably anticipated. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, Dagenham, they look all right, to be fair. They put themselves about the pitch all right. Like you said, in possession, looking very comfortable with the ball. There are sides that doesn't look like they're just going to sit back and soak up the pressure. They just probably seen other teams try and do it. Hasn't worked, so you've got to come and attack Barnet, put them under the cosh. And Barnet haven't been able to connect with any passes yet.
Yeah, the diagonal there played by Collins towards Coker, similar to how Evans did just a minute ago, just overhit, and it goes out for a throw-in.
Yeah. It's that bounce on that half side. It's been unkind to us so far.
Yeah, but it's been a season that has been kind to Barnet in all other respects.
Absolutely.
Thus far. But they need to be very wary of complacency here. Everyone expects a win for the Bees today. They're heavy favourites to get the victory here. But Dagenham and Redbridge is as big a banana skin as I've seen this season, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
Aside, a wounded animal. Beware the wounded animal.
Yep. Like you said, freak results they've had this season. Gateshead almost got points off York and Forest Green, so Barnet will have to be wary of that.
6 minutes gone, still Barnet 0, Daggers 0, no chances to report as yet here on Hive Live Radio and DAZN. Thanks again to everyone for joining us for the early kickoff. Owen Evans plays the ball down the right side to Kanu. That's an awkward touch. Has he won a corner? Yes, he has actually. It looked for a minute like the touch had got away from him, but he's won a corner in slightly unlikely circumstances, Idris Kanu.
Yeah, he's done absolutely brilliantly there. First of all, a fantastic pass from Owen Evans. His distribution is elite, and a good touch from Kanu. Luckily he's able to control and just play off the defender, win a corner for the Bees, and a first set piece of the game.
Yeah, fantastic, as you mentioned, to see the stand full in front of us. It really does make for a good atmosphere. Ben Coker is going to take this one on the far side with his wonderful effort, as we love to say. In comes a delivery. It's a bit too long. Callum Stead tried to rescue it, and Ole's from the Daggers crowd in the north stand.
Yeah,
goal kick.
Just over it from Ben Coker. Like we said, his delivery is usually spot on. That one was just a bit overhit, but Ben Coker 9 times out of 10 is going to put in a good delivery.
Bees fans trying to do their best to get the atmosphere going and G up the players.
Absolutely.
Jones takes the goal kick, drills it to the left, but it goes straight out of play, and it's Kanu to take the throw in on the halfway line. Hartigan slices the ball, but he gets it to Glover. Hartigan back to Stead, who tries to chest it over to Telford. And it's gone out for a throw into Daggers halfway inside their own half. Not too many Barnet connections other than Michael Hector for Daggers today.
Yeah.
Apart from Jake Hessenthaler, whose father Andy played for the Bees.
Yeah, Mark Hector's been on loan to a lot of clubs within this division, within other divisions as well, so not surprised to see him.
Yeah, but Andy Hessenthaler actually got 2 goals for the Bees between 2006 2007, so Hess, as he's known.
Yeah, I wonder if he's here today.
He may well be. Collins is surely pushed over there, deep inside his own half, well shielded by him, and he leaves it for Evans to take. Takes it quickly, does Owen Evans, towards Dom Telford, who looks like he could be offside there, but the linesman hasn't flagged, and Telford runs to try and collect this, and he's won a corner
offside.
And finally the offside flag goes. He waited an age to raise it. I don't know what took him so long. It's not like we've got VAR to check it.
Yeah, good point. I think they just told us until we engage with the ball, keep that flag down. Because if anything, Telford, he could have left it. So had he left it, maybe.
Yeah, would have had a throw in rather than an undesirable free kick to Dagenham and Redbridge inside their own box. Louis Jones, the goalkeeper, to take. Daggers holding their own very much so far. It took a little while for Barnet to get going against the Oval, didn't it?
It did.
And when it did, it did. Well, Louis Jones taking his time. Bees fans not too happy with that. Long ball played. Tavares wins the header, as he so often does. Nick the brick.
Yeah.
Ball up in the air. Stead heads it over, but it's Pereira who gets it over to the right-hand side with Rutherford, who launches it long towards Umar, but Tavares too strong for him. Daggers try and get it down, but Stead wins the ball back and plays it safely back to Owen Evans. Great composure there from Stead. Yeah, and Evans plays it out quickly to the right-hand side with Collins, who can launch a possible attack now for the Bees. Driving past the halfway line is Danny Collins. Has Carnu over to the far side. Finds him with a short pass. Cuts inside, does Carnu. Brunt lays it back off to him, and Carnu gets it over to Miles Kenlock on the left-hand side. Spreads it further left to Coker. Coker chops back onto his right. Here's Ryan Glover. Still Glover now. Plays it back to Hartigan, who goes to this near side with Ben Coker. Coker, short pass into Kenlock. Still Kenlock. Taking on Jake Hessenthaler. Kenlock gets the ball in with his left, drills it. It's a little bit over here, but Carnu goes for the effort first time, and that was a really decent connection, troubling Louis Jones there.
Yeah, brilliant play from Miles Kenlock on the left-hand side. He's just toying with Hessenthaler, trying to find a yard, gets the delivery in, and what a connection from Idris Carnu. I mean, that was so high, but he managed to get a really good volley on it from the edge of the box, and it's a good save from Louis Jones in goal. But a really good move from Barnet, and that's a really good stop. But Barnet are growing into the game, and that's what we expect.
First chance for the Bees, Idris Carnu with it, but the resulting corner is now taken by Hartigan. It's headed away. Ben Coker will rescue this one and could get it back over to Hartigan on the left-hand side, which he does. Now Hartigan again. Plays it infield to Glover. Back to Hartigan. And now Kenlock, who put in the cross for Carnu. It looked like it was too long. Finds Coker in a pocket of space in the middle, and he just couldn't control it. If he had, he'd have been in.
Definitely. That was a great pass from Kenlock.
Clearance only finds Zach Brunt, and Hartigan spreads it to Idris Carnu, and the Beast fans sensing that Barnet starting to stamp their authority on this game. Just under 12 minutes gone. Here's Stead on the far side, decides to come inside to Glover. Glover gets one into the box towards Ben Coker, heads it back into the middle, and no one got on the end of it, and it trickles wide, but for a second it looked like it could just trickle into the bottom corner.
Yeah, I mean, as Coker heads it back, I mean, he just needs anyone to just run in, get a touch on it, but just trickles past the post, and Dagenham live another day. But Barnet have increased their intensity, and they're looking much more in the groove at the moment. Like I said, it took them time to get going against the Oval, but it looks like they've got going at the moment.
Yeah, great numbers at the Hive today, and great numbers on the YouTube live stream as well. Thank you for all your comments. Graham Sisma says, listening in at work in Anglesey, my partner's former boss is a big Daggers fan, so hoping it's another win for the Bees. Clearance goes straight out of play, and it's a Barnet throw in just inside the Barnet half, or actually just on the halfway line. It's Ben Coker. Coker plays it to Kenlock, but loses out immediately to Umara. That's loose play, and here's Pereira. Tries to come in between Coker instead, but loses the ball. Ball is played long down the left channel. Header only finds Dom Telford. Telford spots Louis Jones off his line, and Dom Telford is no stranger to scoring goals from ridiculous parts of the pitch.
Absolutely not.
That one was straight into the hands of Jones.
Yeah, we saw the idea what he wanted. He just saw him out of gone for it. Let me just shoot quickly, get him over, but he just couldn't get a connection on it.
Worth the effort, I'd say. Long ball played down the right channel towards Ryan Hill, but it was just slightly overhit, and you can see that Daggers just trying to exploit that high line of Barnet's every so often. They've got goal scorers in the team. Ryan Hill scored a brilliant goal in the reverse fixture Josh Umara got the first goal after about 13 seconds in that game as well. Yeah. Both on the pitch. Dion Pereira, he's quite handy.
Yeah, he's got 9 goals this year, Dion Pereira. So.
Absolutely. Yeah. Hasn't scored in a little while. I don't think he's scored since Braintree.
Yeah, it's been a while. But like I said, Dagenham have got goals, you know. They do score goals. They usually do. Obviously, midweek, they should have scored. But they are threatening at times. But Barnet's defence is so strong.
It's a confidence game a lot of the time, isn't it? Yeah. You know, when it just won't, when nothing seems to be going for you, the goals just don't seem to be going in either. But the Daggers, more than capable. They're, I think, a better side than their league position might suggest. They're just in very poor form at the moment, obviously. 4th worst form in the league. Yeah. Throw-in is taken for the Bees, and Collins has it inside the penalty area. He's being crowded out, but manages to get it back to Carnu, plays it short, and Brunt turns. Brunt is blocked by Telford in the end. Bit of a bizarre moment there as he tries to get out of the way, but instead he almost handballed it, didn't he?
I think he did handball it, in fact. By accident.
Very strange moment there, but Carnu has it on the far side once again for the Bees. Great trickery from him, going down the byline. Still Carnu, has he been pushed off the ball? Not enough in it. It looked like a good challenge in the end. Carnu just overran it. Ball is cleared, and it's a throw into Barnet in their own half, taken quickly back to Evans.
Yeah, it was great free from just Carnu to start off with, to beat his man. To be fair, man just ushered him out. It wasn't a penalty at all. But just Carnu scored a great goal in a reverse fixture, didn't he? To equalise for the Bees. And that crazy start to the game.
Here's Glover, plays it over to the right hand side with Danny Collins. Back to Carnu, who's being a bit of a menace on that far side. Up against Regan Clayton. Taking on Clayton, gets the ball into the box. Coker heads it. It's come out for Glover. Glover miskicks it, and it'll be cleared away, but again only as far as Nick Tavares. And Tavares is fouled by Hill there, who if he had won the ball fairly, he'd have been through on goal. But Tavares, they don't call him Nick the Brick for no reason.
Absolutely. We're just going back. We've seen Ben Coker. I mean, when it comes to in the box, Coker's always winning headers. He did it against Yeovil. He's got 2 so far, so he's definitely one to look out for at the back post.
Bit of afters between Coker and Rutherford as Coker wins the throw-in on this near side. Coker looking for options. Stead provides one. Stead traps the ball well. Oh, brilliant from Stead to get it into Coker. Coker gets one into the middle. It's Brunt, lays it off for Glover, but it's a poor ball, and Daggers clear it away, and it's come out to Tavares again. And Tavares needs to be careful here, and Umara is up against him. Umara's won it off him, and Tavares just about gets that challenge right, because if he hadn't, he was last man, and he could have been in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I think Umara saying he didn't get the ball there, but it's a good tackle from Nick Tavares, because he was in a bit of bother. It's a poor first touch from him, but he recovered well to get out for a throw-in, but that could have been all Spurs problems. But going back to that chance, there was a really good pass from Callum Stead. I mean, what a brilliant pass. Beats 2 players.
Just a poor ball from Brunt, really.
Yeah, the Brunt's layoff was just a bit too heavy. It wasn't accurate enough.
Here's Ryan Hill on that left-hand side. He's a tricky player, and he's done well there, although Carnu is shielding the ball there. Great defensive work from Carnu. We know he can do that. And Collins's ball down the line is deflected and out for a Barnet throw-in halfway inside their own half. 17 minutes or so gone. Barnet 0, Dagenham and Redbridge 0. Couple of chances so far.
Yep.
The best one probably for Idris Carnu after Miles Kenlock's left-footed cross was a deep one, and Carnu just had to fashion something and sort of hit an unlikely volley. Carnu tries one first time towards Callum Stead, well over hit, and it goes into the hands of Louis Jones.
Also, Ben Coker came quite close as well, didn't he, with that header? Could have crept it at the far post, just no one was there to touch it in.
Jones taking his time once again to kick the ball out. You can see exactly what Daggers are trying to do, frustrate the game, even at this early stage. Takes it long.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. There's that new rule: if you hold the ball for longer than 8 seconds, it will be a corner to the opposition side. That's going to be in from next season, so that'll be interesting to see next year.
That will be fascinating to watch.
Longer than 8 seconds, corner straight. So be good to see if that's even applied in these games, to be fair.
Evans drills one to the left-hand side, not quite enough on it to get it to Coker, but it's one back, and here's Ryan Glover inside the Bees half, plays it back to Evans. Kenlock is in plenty of space on the left-hand side if he can switch the play. Instead goes to the right-hand side towards Telford. The header away is only as far as Brunt, although Daggers win that back well with Hessenthaler headed back into the mix by Kenlock. Bit of head tennis once again. Brunt tries to get it down. It's loose from him. Kanu, though, gets it towards Brunt, and that's a late challenge on Brunt. Advantage played by the ref. Kanu gets the ball into the box, well over hit. And they might have been better taking the free kick there. Paul Marsden is not a popular figure at the moment. A few naughty challenges coming in.
Yes.
And actually he is going to book the Daggers player here.
Yes. It's just been 3 really poor tackles from Daggers, to be fair to them. I guess he's the one that's just got to take the bait. Now he's got his yellow card, but that's not the first time Daggers have gone in hard on Barnet players. Is that Ryan Hill that's been booked?
I don't think it was. I think it's
Clayton.
It might be Clayton. We'll get confirmation on that as soon as we can. Throw in taken down the left-hand side. Stead knocks it on towards Telford. Daggers clear towards Pereira. Tavares too strong for him, although takes no chances and heads it straight out of play.
I guess in these games it's tough. We haven't got Lee and Love up there to hold the ball up. I mean, Dom Telford, he's been nippy in the game so far, but obviously the ball doesn't really stick with him up there. That's not his best attribute.
Listening from the Everyman Cinema York kitchen purely out of curiosity from 2 Chef York fans. Well, thanks very much for tuning in. Bees fans fuming that Rutherford has just walked all the way down the touchline trying to advance where he takes the throw in from.
He stole a few yards, didn't he?
Definitely. And yeah, a bit of the dark arts being shown by Lewis Young's side here. It's up the right-hand side towards Pereira, just about stays in play. Pereira still hangs on to it. Great tackle, though, from Stead. Clean sliding challenge, and Glover comes out with it now, and it's out for a Barnet throw-in. Great work from Stead and Glover there.
That's one way to rile up the crowd.
Certainly is. Coker throws it down the left flank. Stead rises brilliantly to win it, and Telford with great strength there. Ball's gone out for a throw in to the Bees, deep inside the Daggers half. Here's Coker with the throw in to Glover. Glover plays it to Brunt, first time ball back to Collins. All inside the Daggers half, far side with Idris Kanu now. Glover back to Kanu, taking on Clayton once again. Kanu draws one into the box, it's Brunt! He had plenty of time to hit the shot inside the box, but his shot was a little weak and straight into the hands of Louis Jones. Great opportunity.
Oh, brilliant opportunity, and it's Idris Kanu again on that right-hand side. 1v1, he's always a menace. Gets a very, very good ball in the box, picks out Zach Brunt right in the middle on the penalty spot. Anywhere either side of Louis Jones' goal, and that's 1-0 to Barnet. But like you said, straight down the keeper's throat and an easy pick-up. That's probably the best chance of the game. Really good chance for Brunt there.
Foul awarded to Barnet, deep inside their own half.
To be fair, it's just seen on the replay, credit to Mark Hector, he got really out to Zach Brunt.
Yeah, so it was a good opportunity though.
Yeah, just Umar has been booked actually.
Is that for complaining?
Yeah, I think for dissent, says something to the referee.
Well, the birthday boy is on a yellow.
He's got his first card of the day.
Yeah. Just set you up perfectly there, didn't I? Absolutely perfectly. Evans takes the free kick towards the left-hand side, just overhit once again. Distribution not quite on the money at the moment from the normally reliable Evans towards Coker. Throw in. Paul Marsden is telling the Dagenham player to make sure he doesn't walk up the line, enforcing the rule. Eventually does take the throw in towards Umar, headed forward by Coker. It's come out for Kenlock. Kenlock plays it first time towards Telford. Headed clear though by Hector. And it's Clayton who hits one down the left channel towards Hill. Collins gets it out to Kanu. Will he manage to keep it in? No, he won't. It's a throw in to Daggers in the Barnet half. Well, it's still 0-0.
Yeah.
And I did have this feeling before the game. I mentioned it. But I just don't think this is going to be as easy a game as people think it will be.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, if you're Lewis Young, you're probably like, okay, 23, 24 minutes gone, 0-0 still in the game. Restricted Barnet to very limited chances, you know. They had, obviously, Zach Brown had a good chance. Probably the most only clear-cut one, but he'll be happy with his side.
I think it was a good chance that I think he's got to put that in the corner.
Zach Brown, yeah, he does.
And you'd fancy him from that range as well. Like he's got the quality to do it.
To be fair, Mark Hector closed him down literally as soon as he got the shot off. But like you said, Zach Brown will look back on it, and Dean Brennan will look back on it and say that should be 1-0 to the Bees.
Yeah. Well, Bees have been really clinical in recent times. 3-0, 4-0, 5-0. Been so tight at the back as well. Evans drills one to the right-hand side towards Kanu. Kanu heads it towards Brunt, but Brunt was never going to get there. Brunt intercepts, and Hartigan plays it towards Stead. Bees do well to retain possession there, and here's Ben Coker on the near side now. As Stead. Now Coker. Infield to Glover. Still Glover driving towards the right-hand side, plays it over to Kanu on the far side. And Clayton's been struggling to deal with him. Here's Kanu. Chops back onto his left. Into Hartigan now. Loads of Bees players in the box. Here's Kanu again. Now Hartigan, back with Kanu. Over on that right-hand side, taking on Clayton. Clayton gets the better of him though this time. Great sliding challenge, and it's a throw-in to the Bees deep inside the Daggers half, right near the corner flag.
Yeah, the fullback did well there, made sure no cross was coming in, and they came out to Hartigan to make sure he couldn't get a whip in, because you know how good his delivery is as well, so good defender from the Daggers.
Kanu, has he been pushed off the ball? No. Fair challenge from Hill, and Clayton comes away with it. Under pressure from Brunt, it's a throw into Daggers.
They look solid at the back, Dagenham. Got a lot of tall players at the back. Obviously, Callum Bailly. Got Michael Hector there.
Yeah, Callum Bailly's a good player as well. Plenty of league experience, League 1, League 2.
Yeah.
This is not a bad side. This is just a side in bad form.
Yeah, bad form, not performing. Because like you said, something's happened here.
There's a Daggers player on the deck, and
not sure who it was.
We'll have to see on the replay what exactly happened there. It wasn't clear.
Might have been Zach Brunt, I think maybe.
So referee but Hartigan?
I'm not too sure.
It's really difficult to see what actually happened there.
Just think it's coming together of some sort, it seemed like, but a yellow card was dished out.
Cutting edge reporting, I know, but it was really difficult to see what exactly happened. Push in the back. I'm being reliably informed.
Dean Brennan is not happy, remonstrating with the fourth official.
Yeah, well, maybe we were struggling to see what actually happened because nothing much happened. Daggers take the free kick. Here's Josh Rees. It's come out to Pereira. Inside the Barnet half now. Pereira, good turn against Stead. Gets it inside to Umara. Pereira rescues it, and Coker gets it out for a corner kick to Daggers, and the away fans have something to cheer now.
Yeah.
27 minutes gone, it's a Daggers corner.
Like I said, they've got tall guys, Callum Bay, you've got Umar, you've got Hector, so Bees will have to be alert to this set piece. Francis too, he's also a tall guy, and I think he's got to be he's going up as well, so 4 tall players in the box.
Yes, he is. So it's a Daggers corner, in it comes a left-footed floated delivery, and it was Paul Kalambai, the centre-back, who tried the overhead kick in the box but missed it completely. Ball's come out on the far side though. Daggers still have it, although Bees have won it back and could launch a counter-attack now. And here's Miles Kenlock driving forward. He's got options here, plays it to Dom Telford. Telford tries to find Stead on the overlap, but he took too long and was crowded out, and he's actually conceded a free kick. That was good defensive work in the end from Daggers to recover there. Dangerous counter-attack was snuffed out.
So I thought kind of hadn't played the wrong pass. It just kind of was the pass he was on. He was in more space, and it was the more difficult pass, but he just kind of was away there. Had he been able to see him? Yeah.
Not a straightforward early afternoon for Barnet. So far. Lewis Young's side frustrating. and stifling and having one or two moments of their own. But the Bees have plenty of game changers on the bench. They've got Harry Chapman on the bench, Reece Brown.
Liam Love,
of course.
Good feet.
Great feet there from the Bees to win it back. Kenlock did really well under pressure there, and it's played up the line towards Brunt. Brunt tries to hook it forward to Telford, and Telford might get there ahead of Hector. He does. Still Dom Telford in the penalty area, goes for the effort with his left, and it's wide of the goal. Well, he got ahead of Hector there, and Hector was far too slow there.
Yeah, Zach Brunt, first of all, what a pass that was. Really good shot, put it over the top, and Mark Hector seemed like he was lagging. And Dom Telford was away there, and he got a good shot. It was a tight angle for him, but just put it wide. But Michael Hector, he looked like he was really slow, so that's probably one to look at.
Absolutely.
Misjudged the bounce of the ball. Brilliant from Zach Brunt, but just misjudged the bounce and was lagging.
It was a good effort in the end from Telford, who, as the angle was narrowed with his left, but he is a natural goal scorer, is Dom Telford. Carney completely misses the ball in the centre circle, but Hartigan comes away with it instead. Still Hartigan now. Coker in plenty of space on the left, but he goes through the middle to Brunt. Brunt tries the ball to Carney, but the ball wasn't really on there, and it deflects out back to the Dagenham defence. Plays it,
needle pass.
Long ball forward towards Umarat. Tavares gets a foot in once again, and Tavares has very much had Umarat's number so far. Stead quickly towards Brunt. Brunt needs to be much quicker on the pass there to Coker out wide, gets out-muscled. And Umarat comes forward with it. Stead, though, comes out with it. Bees swarm once again. Hartigan needs to be careful as Hill comes forward and wins the ball high up the pitch.
He's done well there, Ryan Hill.
Great work from Hill, and here's Pereira over to Rutherford on this near side. Being chased by Ben Coker. Rutherford turns him. Oh, that's great play from Rutherford. Get past Kenlock, and he's in plenty of space on the near side here. Rutherford gets it into the middle. Tavares gets a foot on it, and it comes to Owen Evans safely into his hands. Takes the drop kick quickly towards Telford. Good touch from Telford on the right hand side, and it's safely back with Idris Kanu, and now Bees can launch an attack of their own.
Yeah, it was a good play there from Daggers there from Rutherford.
Great play.
Good little run.
Dagenham very much taking the game to Barnet at the moment. Kanu held back there by Clayton, who's on a yellow card. And there's a good case here for a second yellow card, but I don't think he's going to give it to him. I think it's going to be his final warning. Paul Marsden, he must be on absolutely thin ice, because that was a cynical pullback, and Dean Brennan has just thrown what I presume to be, I don't know what he's thrown, but he's thrown something across
on the floor.
Yeah, across the touchline. Yeah. Because he is utterly furious with that lack of a second yellow card, and he's got a bit of a point there.
He's every right to. I mean, a pullback, you can't do that in this day and age. That's a straight yellow card, cynical challenge. Can't do that. And I mean, Paul Marsden.
He's on a yellow card.
Yeah, he's on a yellow card. I mean, you can't say we'll ruin the game.
He must be on absolute. If he so much as sneezes.
Yeah, I mean,
in a Barnet player's direction now.
I wouldn't be surprised if Lewis Young takes him off the pitch just to make sure he doesn't get sent off.
Well, it's something for Barnet to perhaps target. Here's Tavares. All Barnet players well inside the Dagenham half, but for Owen Evans. Here's Glover. Plays it square to Hartigan. Over to Kenlock on the left. Has Coker on the left again. Coker infield to Hartigan. Patient stuff. Now Glover. Spreads it to Collins on the right. It's Brunt over on the far side now instead of Kanu. Brunt tries to deliver one. It's blocked well by Clayton, who escaped without a second booking just a minute ago.
Oh, did he? I mean, that is a game-changing decision.
Yeah, and it's going to be Ryan Glover this time to take the long throw on the far side. We know that it's a threat. It led to the opener against York City that Adeoluwo got. He's on the bench. Yeah. Maybe if they need a goal, they bring Adeoluwo on.
Yeah, scored also at Oldham, didn't he, Adeoluwo? So he's definitely got it in him.
Certainly did. Glover takes the long throw. Brunt rises for it. It's come out to Hartigan, who goes for the long ranger, but it was always rising over the bar as he took it on the volley. And it's a goal kick to Daggers.
Yeah, that's always tough when it comes out from there. But Anthony Hartigan, the quality he possesses, I mean, he'll be disappointed in himself. You probably believes he should at least got that on target, but yeah, just couldn't get the connection. It always leaning back and it just sails over the bar.
Jones taking his time again, much to the chagrin of the Barnet fans. Tavares wins the header once again. Brunt needs to be careful. He's hauled back, and the referee has awarded Barnet a foul inside their own half.
Dean Brown is still remonstrating with the fourth official. He's not happy with something.
Yeah. Well, he's been very critical of the so-called standard of officiating in his previous interviews, so he's no stranger to criticising the refs when he feels it's warranted. Yeah. And in that case, controversial moment there, as Paul Marsden refused to book Regan Clayton for the second time. Here's Danny Collins, just past the halfway line now. Brunt has moved over to the right-hand side with Kanu. Here's Kanu now. Back with Collins. Short pass into Kanu, back on the far side again. Being chased down by Ryan Hill, plays it in field to Brunt. Kanu once again. And Daggers just not letting those spaces open up. But here comes Telford just inside the penalty area. Tricky feet from Telford. Telford goes for the effort, just over the bar. Great effort. And you'd fancy Dom Telford to do slightly better from there.
Yeah, absolutely. As soon as he cuts it on his left foot, gets that yard out, you're expecting the top corner to ripple with the ball in it. But he just couldn't get the curl on it, and it's just gone wide. But that's a good opportunity for Dom Telford. We know the quality he possesses. Nippy feet in the box. He's got to do better there, given his quality.
Well, Jones is going to take plenty of time to take this goal kick. Here it comes. It's come out to Pereira, who traps it. Stead slides in, but it's still with the Daggers. Here's Rutherford. Good first touch. Good first line football, but Stead nips in again. He's so tough to play against, his Callum Stead. He just won't let up
at all.
And here's Danny Collins. Plays it over to Nick Tavares on the left. Now with this, with the ball on the near side, with Kenlock back to Tavares, and here's Evans again. Evans assesses his options, decides to go long towards Coker. Has he got this one right? It looks like he has. He has. Coker heads it towards Stead. Stead being hounded by Callum Bailly. But Bees come away with it. Here's Hartigan back with Stead, who is deceptively strong. Still Stead up against Pereira on the near side. Short into Kenlock. Back with Hartigan now. Can they unlock this stubborn Daggers defence? Just into Brunt. Spreads it to Kanu. Can the Bees be a bit quicker now? Kanu taking on Clayton. Cuts onto his left, and Kanu gets that horribly wrong. And it's a waste from the Bees again, just outside the area with his left well over the bar.
Yeah, again, good movement from Barnet to switch the play out to Idris Kanu, but as he cuts on his left, it's his weaker left side. But yeah, like you said, the end product just hasn't been there when Barnet have had them shots over the bar, straight at the keeper. Not them usual selves. They're usually so clinical in front of goal, but have just struggled to get their shooting boots on at the moment.
Yeah, well, you do wonder, they are only human, whether pressure is playing a role here. Big crowd, expectation, the opportunity to go 12 points clear against a side in poor form.
Yeah.
They are only human. They've been almost like robots recently. But let's see if they can deal with the expectation. Here comes Kanu, wins the loose ball on the near side. And it's another foul here from Clayton. And he's going to get away with another foul here in the middle of the park. Barnet fans up off their feet, furious. Here's Collins over to the right-hand side with Telford now. Telford cuts onto his left, gets the ball into the box. It's a long one. Stead does really well to chest it down just inside the penalty area on this near side. Still Stead. Plays it back to Glover with a bit of space. He might go from range. He plays it. It took a heavy deflection. It's out for a corner. And Barnet fans really turning up the heat here. Regan Clayton must be on borrowed time now.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be shocked if Lewis Young doesn't sub him off at this moment in time. That's another foul where it wasn't a yellow card offence, but when you want a yellow card, you can't give the referee a decision to make, and that's what he's doing at the moment. Paul Marsden must be his best friend or something, because he's just letting him off the hook. We'd never accuse
the ref of doing that.
Yeah, we would.
Ben Coker is going to take this corner with his left. In comes a delivery. Collins rises for it. Brilliant save. He's clawed it off the line. It looked for all the world like Collins' header was destined for the left-hand corner, but it's a brilliant save from Louis Jones.
Fantastic save. Good rise from Collins as well. He was stretching forward, but he gets a good contact on it. And Louis Jones, fair play to him. He's got a good hand to it, and
it's gone out.
Able to clear.
It's gone out for another corner here on the near side this time, with Hartigan. Referee wants to have a quick word with Collins. It was a great header from Collins as he rose high. And it was clawed off the line. But here comes the corner from Hartigan. It's Tavares. Oh, he had so much time there. And the Barnet players are crowding around the referee now because they think Tavares was pulled back as he tried to head the ball. And what must be Dean Brennan be thinking now?
Yeah, I don't know where Dean Brennan's gone. I feel like I haven't seen him now. but
just have a look at that on the replay, see how much of a case there really was. It was a great delivery from Hartigan. Tavares was in plenty of space in the middle.
Seeing it now, comes in. Ugh, it's tough to see from that angle, isn't it? But given the amount of Barnet players that were remonstrating with the ref, you like to think there was something in it.
You've seen them given, is the cliche of choice.
Yeah.
Anyway, Barnet have a throw in well inside their own half now. 39 and a half minutes played. Still Barnet 0, Dagenham and Redbridge 0. This was always going to be a tough game, a tougher game than you'd expect on paper.
Typical London derby at the moment.
And at this point, it's all about the result. Glover fouls Hessenthaler there by jumping for the ball too harshly. And referee Marsden is not a popular figure at the Hive at the moment.
Oh, at all. Expect to hear some boos at half time. Some decisions that Bees fans aren't happy with. Clayton, potentially second yellow card and a penalty shout.
Pereira takes one long towards Hill. Can he trap it? No. Coker gets there ahead of him and decides to take no chances and clear it first time. Telford chases this down against Hector, but Hector wins the ball. Hector plays one down the right-hand channel. No one's really taking control of this, and it's come out to Rutherford. Kenlock blocks it, and it's out for a throw-in. Kenlock complaining to the linesman about something, not quite sure what. But it's going to be Rutherford to take this throw-in to Daggers deep inside the Barnet half here as we tick over to the 40th minute. Here's Dion Pereira. Good turn from him as Stead chases him down. Gets the ball into Hill. Bit of a loose touch, but manages to get it back. Well, I was going to say gets it back to Rutherford, but it's too short, and Stead wins the ball back, although that's a poor ball out from him. Incident off the ball with Tom Telford against Callum Bailly, but here's Pereira once again. All in the Barnet half now as Daggers look to make something meaningful out of this spell of possession. Here's Oscar Rutherford against Stead, turns him again, gets one in towards Reese, but Reese was in an offside position and has just booted the ball away, much to the complaints of Barnet fans. And they are doing everything they can, Dagenham, to disrupt this game and stop Barnet getting the momentum that we're so used to seeing.
Absolutely, and it's working so far. You know, it said they've put in a couple of rough challenges, they've taken their time on goal kicks and on free kicks, and their game plan is working. Still 0-0.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, record numbers, I think, on the YouTube live chat.
Yeah.
So thanks once again. Janine says, that's what I love about you guys. No matter the circumstances, you always bring the passion.
Oh, of course.
I don't know if she's talking about us or if she's talking about the fans on the chat, but
all of us.
All of us together, yeah.
Yeah, all together.
We'll take it. Here's Zach Brunt for Barnet on the far side, well inside the Daggers half. College makes a run, but he's tracked and Brunt holds on to it. Gets it back with Kanu now. Daggers holding their shape. Remaining resilient are the Daggers at the moment. Here's Brunt. Now Glover. Towards the middle. Checks back. Plays a ball between the lines towards Kanu. Poor ball in from him, although it's been cleared away. And it's a corner kick. The last corner taken from that side. Collins had a brilliant header saved by Jones. That's surely the closest that the Bees have come so far. And it's a warning sign for the Daggers.
Yeah, definitely. And from set pieces, Barnet always dangerous. And Ben Coker's left foot, he's got such a good delivery. Anyone's got a shot.
Coker takes this one short towards Kanu, who lays it back off, and he's going to get one into the box. Here is Coker. He goes towards the far post, and Stead and Collins end up on the deck. Collins is complaining to the referee. There's another penalty shout. Nothing given once again for Paul Marsden. And it's a goal kick to Daggers.
Yeah, that one was a bit less contested from the Barnet players. I think Collins got a little nudge in the back. And yeah, so you could argue it's good defending from Daggers to clear that away.
Yeah, this is going to be a very close game, I think, unless something magical changes in the second half. I imagine Dean Brennan will look to his bench. I would be shocked if we didn't see the likes of Chapman, Brown, Ann and Love all come on in the second half.
That's probably as strong as benches come in this division, don't they?
The header is made a mess of, and Hector plays it back, and Telford's gambled here, almost won the ball, and Jones was so quick there to get the ball. Great starting position from the Daggers keeper, but good work from Telford to anticipate the poor header back.
Yeah, absolutely. He's unfortunate there, but like I said, Louis Jones, guy's been man of the match so far, made a really good save, and just there, really, really good starting position to get the ball.
Jones hits a long one. Coker wins the header, great touch from Stead, hooks it towards Brunt, loses out with the header, but Glover gets it towards Brunt. Brunt now, he's out-muscled in the end there well. Ball played long, can Umar get it down, heads it towards Hill, Tavares needs to hook it away, which he does, brilliant work from him, so reliable is Nick Tavares in those scenarios, but here's Umar, I should say, goes for goal with his left. Bit of a speculative effort and it goes well wide, but Evans takes the goal kick quickly towards Telford on the right-hand side. His brilliant touch from him.
Fantastic
amazing touch from Telford. Excellent hold-up play from the diminutive Dom Telford.
Yeah, really, really good that.
And here's Idris Kanu again on the far side. But he's probably needs to just quicken the pace a tiny bit. Gets the ball in towards Dom Telford, who made a run in behind, but it's seen out in the end.
Yeah, but that pass from Owen Evans, I mean, wow, his distribution is of the highest quality. Absolutely brilliant. A real game changer. When you've got a goalkeeper who can play the ball like that, that's how you start attacks quickly when players are out of position, and unfortunately it's fizzled out to nothing, but really good play from Owen Evans and Dom Telford.
Just 1 minute of added time, and again Barnet fans are furious with that because
Louis Jones had time wasting.
Yeah, there was a bit of time wasting and a bit of there were a couple of stoppages for injuries.
Yeah.
Long ball played towards Umar, headed clear. Headed up in the air by Clayton, who again is on thin ice, you would think. Here's Carney, wins the ball off. Can Bees launch one final attack before Paul Marsden blows the half-time whistle? It would be a great time to score. Carnu on the far side tries to get the ball in, and it's a corner kick. Now this definitely will be the last chance of the half. Again, Coker's delivery found Danny Collins about 10 minutes ago, and his header was saved brilliantly by Jones. Can Coker deliver one into the box here? Threateningly. Just 10 more seconds to go with just the one added minute. Be a great time to score, as mentioned. Coker raises his hand. Coker delivers it into the box. It's headed away well by Michael Hector, and that could be that. It is that. And it's half-time here at the Hive on a beautiful sun-soaked day. Barnet 0, Dagenham and Redbridge 0. Been a few chances of which to speak. Telford's had a chance. Carnu, Collins were probably the closest sight of goal with a header that was clawed off the line well by Jones. But Daggers are remaining firm here, and as it stands, Barnet failing to get past them. But game of two halves, isn't it?
Yeah, game of two halves. I mean, that first half, Barnet aren't happy. I'm seeing a couple of their coaches speaking to the referee. Definitely the most controversial decision is Regan Clayton still being on the field. He made two, not only one, but two fouls on a yellow card, and the first one he pulled, it just kind of back. Definitely should have been given a second yellow card, and he made another foul. Lucky to stay on, but like you said, the Beasts have come close a couple of occasions. Just Carnu and Danny Collins, but other than that, it's been a really resolute performance from the Daggers. Got to give them credit. A side near the bottom of the league, conceded a lot of goals, but I've looked fairly resolute at times, and Lou Jones has been really good in goal. But like I said, Barnet got game changers on the bench. You like your Reece Brown, like your Harry Chapman, like your Liam Loves, for anything to happen. So it'll be a really chance second half.
Well, this was the score at the Oldham game at half time, and a quick fire double from Zach Brunt and Callum Stead opened the scoring for that. So you can never say, with certainty how the game is going to go. But Daggers remaining resilient so far. Lewis Young's side doing very well, and at half time it is Barnet 0, Dagenham and Redbridge 0. Thanks very much for tuning in so far, wherever you may be listening. Ohio, New Zealand, Thailand, we get all sorts here. So we will see you shortly for the second half of football in this massive, massive game. Barnet 0, Dagenham and Redbridge 0. Well, the players are re-entering the pitch for the second half of football here in the early kick-off between Barnet against Dagenham and Redbridge. And so far, the side in really poor form have maintained their position. It's 0-0 as it stands. Barnet have had a few chances, not necessarily gilt-edged chances, but good chances that you might fancy them to do slightly better from.
Yeah.
There was a good save from Louis Jones from a Colin Cheddar. There was a brunt hit in the middle that was straight into the hands of the goalkeeper, and a couple of slightly more speculative efforts from outside the edge of the area that went over the bar. But the Bees have plenty of quality to open up this Daggers side if they can concentrate and get the job done. We're underway again here. Brunt has been pushed in the back.
Probably say Brunt's chance in the first half, probably the most clear-cut one they had. He just kindly came close, of course. A good save from Louis Jones. He's made a couple of good saves in the game, like you've said. So they've just got to be more clinical, but I'm sure Barnet will still create chances. That's what they always do.
Collins tries a ball in behind towards Telford, but doesn't quite get it right, although the clearance is loose. Great interception, though, from Clayton.
Still on the pitch.
Public enemy number one here. Brilliant touch from Umrah. Sort of flicked it with his left nonchalantly. That was great.
Brilliant control that was from him.
The long diagonal, though, is seen out easily by Ben Coker on the far side.
Yeah. Pretty surprised that Regan Clayton's still on the pitch, you know. He's obviously, like you said, public enemy number one. They will be targeting him, and lucky to still be on the pitch, but Lewis Chung trusting his fullback to keep himself on the pitch, it seems.
Yeah, well, let's see if he remains on the pitch, see if he's calmed down a bit, because you feel that any dodgy foul will be punished this time by Paul Marsden. Otherwise, there could be a mutiny. Here's Tavares, just past the halfway line, gets it over to Kenlock, and it's played back to Tavares. All the way back now with Owen Evans, Barnet's trusty goalkeeper, who has only let in one league goal so far, and that was against Solihull Moors.
Fantastic strike, wasn't it?
Brunt's been fouled here, late challenge from Hill, and it's a free kick to the Bees, about halfway inside the Daggers half. Collins takes it quickly to the near side with Carnu. Clayton dives in, but Carnu gets the better of him, gets the ball into the box. It's behind everyone, but Kenlock has picked it back up. Kenlock actually went for a shot there, and it's hit the back of Oscar Rutherford and out for a throw-in, which might be taken quickly. No, it isn't. Coker's hung on to the ball. Dean Brennan's all about getting the ball back on the pitch as soon as possible. That's why the Bees have the multi-ball system. They're one of the few clubs in the league that have it. Here's Idris Kanu on the near side. Infield to Glover. Great work from him as he shimmies from one way to the other. Lays it off for Brunt, just on the edge of the area. Plays it back towards Hartigan. Referee needs to get out of the way. And I called it before it happened. He got in the way.
Yeah. Just to add to the...
Dean Brennan is throwing his hands up in the air. I wouldn't want to be this referee full time.
Yeah.
Here's Danny Collins over to the near side, especially if Barnet don't win this game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Carnu infield to Glover. Collins is trying to make a run inside. Glover hangs on to the ball. Still Glover needs to release this, really. Gets it over to Carnu on the near side. He's got some space. Can he get the ball in here? Oh, that's a really poor delivery from him. And Stead, it's just gone out of play, actually, so you don't even get that consolation. Stead did his very, very best to rescue that, but it was a really poor ball on this near side from Idris Kanu. We'd expect better from that, given his performances recently.
Like him, yeah. Even in this first half, he put in really good deliveries in the box. One for Ben Coker. He set up Zach Brunt's really good chance, so yeah, that's a really poor delivery from Idris Kanu. But Barnet have started as they mean to go on, you know, getting the ball out wide, getting crosses in the box. Just got to keep on going. A little bit of quality in the final third, and I'm sure they'll be able to break this deadlock, and the fans are right behind them with that.
Throw into Dagenham and Redbridge inside the Bees half on that far side. It's Oscar Rutherford with the ball in his hands. It'd be a shame for Barnet not to do the business today on such a lovely day, and with people turning up in their droves to come and see the Bees.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's just typical, when Barnet were in the zone against Oldham, the game ended 0-0. The day that Barnet have a record crowd, early kick-off, sun shining.
But the thing is, they did.
0-0.
But against York, Barnet did the business.
Yep.
And that's the best I've ever seen Barnet play.
Yeah.
Probably the best I've seen them play for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
The only time I can think of a higher level of performance was against Sheffield United in the FA Cup under Darren Curry.
Yeah,
but this team I haven't seen play better than they did against York.
Oh, York, that was an amazing. That was a brilliant night, to be fair. Fantastic performance from the Bees.
Not if you're a York fan, though, and I know a few of them are listening. Thanks for joining us, York fans and Forest Green fans as well. Be keeping a keen eye on this and probably enjoying the lack of a Barnet goal at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Probably not enjoying us talking about our desire maybe for a Barnet goal, but
yeah, I mean,
here comes Zach Brunt on the near side, plays it over to Carnu. Up against Clayton once again. Gets it over to Brunt. Can he keep it in? Gets the ball into the box, and the header is over the bar from Callum Stead. It came at him pretty quickly, but might have done a little better.
Yeah, it was a really good play from Barnet. It worked good on the right-hand side. Idris Carnu playing in Zach Brunt. He just kept it on, got a nice clip into the box. And like I said, I just think Callum said he just got there a bit too quick, couldn't get the right contact to connect it on target. But again, good move from Barnet on this right-hand side. And unfortunately for Callum said he just couldn't divert the ball into the box, into the goal.
Yeah, well, it's positive that Clayton just doesn't. He just can't really take any chances, Clayton. So he has to let Carnu kind of do his thing in a way. Yeah. Jones goes long towards Hill, but it's overrun. Owen Evans' throw towards Carnu. Clayton was threatening, and it's Carnu against Clayton once again on the halfway line. Interesting battle that Carnu is probably edging at the moment.
Yeah, that seems to be the matchup that Barnet want, get the ball to Carnu, take on Clayton. If he fouls you, he's off. Well, we assume so anyway.
You would assume so. Ball is played through the lines, but Hector gets it, although Brunt dives in, almost wins it back. Dodgy play there from Michael Hector, who's just been drafted in today, and he almost looks a bit rusty.
Yeah, he does. Hasn't played football in quite some time, and you can kind of tell, especially in the first half where he just misjudged the bounce. But he looked right so far, won a couple of good headers, and they haven't conceded a goal.
Alton gets it over to the far side. Here's Stead now. Taking on Rutherford on the left-hand side. Can he get the better of him? No, Rutherford does really well. And wins the ball back, plays it a left-footed pass towards Ryan Hill, who hooks it forward towards Umarat. But Tavares, who actually is on a yellow card, we believe, has had Umarat's number today. Carnu once again on the near side, up against Clayton. Instead goes inside to Anthony Hartigan. Spreads it further wide to Glover, who goes even further wide to Kenlock. And it's now, the horseshoe is now completed with Coker. Kenlock infield to Telford, tries the first time ball into Coker. Still Telford, goes for the shot. It's come back to him fortuitously. Still Telford, dinks one into the box, but can't quite get enough on it. Way too close to Jones. That was a bit of a weird piece of play. He hit the ball 3 times and it came back to him each single time.
Yeah, it was good defending from Daggers. He just kept on blocking it, and eventually crosses it in. And Louis Jones collects that. And like Louis Jones does, will be taking his time on his goal kicks. And the fans getting a bit restless.
Yeah, Jones hanging on to it. Telford standing nearby. He eventually does take the drop kick. It's bounced all the way. It might bounce all the way out if Collins can see it out. Great play from Collins against Umarat, who hasn't had much joy.
Yeah, hasn't had a kick. Every time he's tried to get onto the ball, defenders have really defended him really well.
And the Daggers are going to make a change here.
Clayton, of course. Yeah.
Well, off he goes. The man on thin ice.
Yeah. I did say I would be surprised if he came back on in the second half, of course. Yeah. First 5 minutes have begun. Lewis Young's probably not happy with how he's just letting Idris Carnu go past him, so he's going to bring on a change substitution for him.
Yeah, and 23-year-old centre-back Trent Rendell is going to be coming on to replace Regan Clayton.
Yeah. I think that means Rutherford's gone to left wing-back and, Rendell's gone on the right wing-back side.
Indeed, that is exactly what's happened. Here's Kenlock. Just inside the Daggers half for the Bees. Brendan gesticulating vigorously for his team to move the ball quicker. Here's Tavares. Spreads it to Danny Collins, and is with Brunt on the near side. Carnu makes a run, but Brunt holds onto it and gives it to Danny Collins instead. Where are these gaps going to open up? Collins back to Glover, over to the left with Kenlock. Now on the far side with Coker. I wouldn't be surprised in about 5 minutes to see Brennan ring the changes, and that's a really poor ball from Anthony Hartigan, who wasn't on the same wavelength as Ben Coker, and it's out harmlessly for a goal kick. And you would think now that this is the time to change things up.
Yeah, you'd like to think so now. Just seems a bit stale when we get to the final third. I think in these kind of games you miss Mark Shelton. You know, he always has those bursting third man runs. You make sure he's got to be occupied, and missing that a bit. You know, Glovers hasn't really been in the box. He's been a bit deeper than he'd like, and you probably think Chapman will come on.
Well, I think Harry Chapman, there's a bit of movement. Harry Chapman has just run down the tunnel, possibly to get his shirt.
Definitely, and Harry Chapman, you know, he's going to get on the ball, he's going to dribble, he's going to invigorate this side, ignite a bit of energy, which is what's a bit needed at this moment in time.
Well, the gaps just haven't quite been able to, they haven't managed to quite open up the gaps, and Harry Chapman and Reece Brown are these lock pickers. Brunt would usually be that, but he hasn't quite been on it today, I don't think, Zach Brunt.
Yeah, he's not gone on it, like you said, you're right. Best only chance have been from out wide, crosses in the box.
Yeah.
Nothing through the middle. And
well, it just takes one goal. If Barnet can just get one goal here,
changes the landscape of a lot.
It absolutely forces Daggers to come out, unless their goal, of course, is damage limitation. Yeah. But so far, so good for Daggers, who are executing their game plan pretty well here.
Yeah. I was looking at Daggers' goal difference. It's pretty good down the bottom of the league.
And it's time for Barnet to earn their credentials as possible league winners here. Daggers win the ball back, although it's played out loosely to Nick Tavares. Here's Hartigan. Oh, well played. Hartigan tries to feed Telford in behind, but the ball wasn't quite right. Good idea, but brilliant from Anthony Hartigan, whose vision on the pitch just is unlike anyone else's.
Split between two players. The needle pass from Hartigan there. That's what he's got.
Absolutely, he's a match winner as well as Anthony Hartigan. He can just pick that lock where others can't. Here's Ryan Glover in the middle of the pitch. Lays it off to Brunt, goes for the long ranger. Oh, it's fumbled by Jones, and for just half a second it looked like he might have fumbled it into his own net.
Yeah, it did look like. I mean, he recovered well, to be fair to him, but yeah, it was a bit of an awkward save. Maybe it moved in the air, but like I said, don't buy a ticket, don't win a raffle, and that's what Zach Brunt did there. Had a shot on target and almost troubled the keeper.
Shaky moment there for Daggers and Louis Jones, and you would think it's time to test him out a little bit more, test his nerves. Harrison Mayle had a shocker against
he did, didn't he?
Against the Bees here. He was very nervy and shaky.
Yes, for York. Yeah, really, really poor.
Great one-touch football from the Bees to play their way out of trouble, and here's Callum Stead in the centre circle, leading an attack for the Bees.
It's like a double change for the Bees about to come up.
Yeah, and it looks like Reece Brown and Harry Chapman are going to come on at the same time. That is a frightening change. Here's Carnu taking on Rutherford. Carnu gets one into the box. It's headed away by Hector for a corner kick to Barnet. And are they going to make the change before or after this corner kick?
I think they're
going to make it now.
Make it now? Yeah, making it now.
Yeah, they're making it now, and it's, from this vantage point, definitely looks like Reece Brown and Harry Chapman.
Yeah, you think Zach Brunt will be the one of them coming off? Yep, Zach Brunt.
Yeah, off comes Zach Brunt. Hasn't managed to quite get going today. His last involvement was a shot just then that troubled Louis Jones, who almost dropped the ball into the net. What a terrible way that would have been for the Daggers to concede. But that is his afternoon's contribution over. And to replace him, on comes Reece Brown.
It's good to see Reece Brown back.
Yeah, wasn't in the squad at all last match, so hopefully he's match fit, or at least fit to play half an hour. That's all he really needs a lot of the time. Now remember, Reece Brown came on for the Daggers game, the reverse fixture, and he was a game changer then.
Absolutely.
Can he repeat his heroics? It's going to be Ben Coker who's coming off for Harry Chapman here. Sorry, I beg your pardon. Ben Coker is coming. No, that is correct. That is correct.
So you just think Glover will go to left wing back and Chapman will take Glover's place. So Glover in his best position, we like to think, and Chapman in the middle.
Hartigan is going to take this out-swinging corner on the near side. In it comes. It's a bit of a poor one towards the front post, headed only as far as Idris Carnu, who can get it back out to Hartigan here. And it's back with Carnu once again. Reece Brown in a pocket of space here. as we so often see. His first involvement, and he wins a throw-in deep inside the Daggers half, taken quickly by Hartigan. Here's Ryan Glover. Stead is calling for it on the far side, but it's come out to Harry Chapman, his first involvement. What can he do? Goes for the effort! Oh! What a hit from Harry Chapman, curled it just over the bar, and we've seen a few of those in this game, and they're getting slightly closer. Harry Chapman, we know he can hit those.
Oh, absolutely, and that's exactly what Harry Chapman brings. Gets the ball, he's got a 1v1, does a little step over, finds the yard, shimmies it, curls it just over the bar, and oof, that's what you need to break this deadlock in this game, because there's a lot of space, but you have that quality, individual brilliance is what's going to be needed to win this game, and Harry Chapman's got in that in abundance.
And I think Josh Umara is coming off here for Daggers as they ring the change. Yep, birthday boy Josh Umara is off. And I think Aaron Lupalu B has come on. Long ball played towards Ryan Hill. Oh my word, if he'd controlled that.
Yeah, he was onside as well.
And Louis Jones, the goalkeeper, almost played a pinpoint pass, and he had his head in his hands there, did the keeper, because Ryan Hill just couldn't quite get it under his control. If he had, that would have been a huge opportunity. Yeah. And you don't want to go 1-0 down to this Daggers side the way they've been today. They've been resolute. Very
resolute. And Lapala B's come through the Fulham Academy, seen him come a couple times. Nippy player, very quick, so one to look out for.
Carnu goes down the line to Callum Stead. And the last touch has come off Stead, and it's a throw into Daggers. 60 minutes gone, Barnet 0, Dagenham and Redbridge 0.
Still plenty of time left for the Bees, 30 minutes to go.
Yeah, 30 minutes. You would hope that the Bees are a very fit team.
Oh, yeah.
You've got Harry Chapman and Reece Brown on the pitch now. Dean Brennan very much rolling the dice here. Yeah. Maybe, I think you should bring on Adialua.
Adialua, yeah. Or Liam Love, he'd probably be the first one.
Of course. Yeah. Liam Love. Yep. Liam Love ain't a bad player to bring on if he's okay. I know he's been suffering with a bit of illness recently.
Yeah. Adi Lewis is not a bad shout, you know. He seems to, like I said, pop up with a goal when you need it. And at the moment, the Bees do need a goal.
Well, if Liam Love were to come on as well, it would be quite the attacking lineup.
Oh. All out attack.
But it hasn't really been backs to the wall so far,
hasn't. You're
and
right.
that's poor from Tavares, and Daggers have an opportunity to launch a counter here, but that's a poor ball over to the near side. He had a much easier option there through the middle, and it's out for a throw in. Carnu takes deep inside the Bees half, back to Owen Evans.
Yeah, that's a cheap giveaway from Dion Pereira there.
Evans looks for Ryan Glover on the left hand side. He's obviously moved there. Chapman's header is wayward. Bees try and win it back in midfield, but Josh Reese does really well there, and it's found its way over to the right-hand side with the substitute Rendell up against Glover. Oof. Rendell gets the better of Glover for now, and has he won a corner? He has. Daggers have won a corner, 62 minutes gone, and those fans in the away stand, I think, are enjoying this more than the home fans.
Yeah, I mean, you can hear them. They're the ones singing at the moment. These fans are pretty quiet, probably a bit edgy. Whereas with Dagenham, this is like 62 minutes gone, still 0-0, still in the game. They probably would have thought they might have been halfway home at this point, but they're very much in this game, and from set pieces we know they're a threat. They've got a very, very big side.
In comes the ball, it's towards the front post, it's knocking about, and that was so dangerous for a second. Flailing around in the 6-yard box it was as the ball was taken towards the front post, but it's gone out for a goal kick, and Owen Evans takes it short to Collins, and Barnet need to find another gear here, because anyone who thought this was going to be a cricket score is sorely mistaken. This was always going to be a tough game.
Yeah. Derby games are always difficult, and that was a good delivery there, and you just cause all sorts of problems. Bounced at the near post, and Lupalu B, I mean, he's got the opportunity to tap it in and he just can't get contact on it.
Just can't find a way through, can the Bees just yet.
Oof.
Great bit of skill on the left hand side, but he's lost it, and Chapman plays through to Reece Brown, whose touch just lets him down slightly, but the ball is cleared away for a Bees throw deep inside the Daggers half on the far side now. Glover takes it quickly towards Chapman, who gets it back to Kenlock. Stead is calling for it on the edge of the area, but here's Glover on the far side. Tries to get it inside to, well, it's found its way to Chapman. Here's Hardigan, back with Chapman again. Plays it through to Telford. Tricky feet from him inside the penalty area, tries to tries to get past Paul Callum-Bay.
He was having none of it, Paul
And actually,
Callum-Bay.
he's won a free kick here. And Daggers have a chance to get out.
Yeah, good defending. I mean, got to give...
I beg your pardon, it's a throw-in, it's not a free kick.
Got to give Lewis Youngside a lot of credit, you know. Backline's been really, really good. Kambai, Michael Hector, he's had a couple of edgy moments, but on the contrary, he's looked good. That was a good tackle he made before as well.
Rendell plays it down the right channel, but it's headed away by Kenlock. Stead rises for it. Will Chapman get there ahead? He will. As Chapman tries to feed. It's fallen to Stead! Oh, it's a good save in the end by Jones. Good height for the keeper. But it fell kindly to Stead on the edge of the area, and he troubled Jones just for a second.
Yeah, it fell really kindly to Stead. I think as soon as it comes out, he just hits it, and like I said, it's really good for Louis Jones, and it's a good stop. Parries away for a corner.
Yeah, it's yet another corner taken quickly by Hartigan. Short to Kanu, driving into the penalty area. Kanu drills one into the box, and it's fallen for Glover! Stead rises for it, and there was a bit of pinball in the area for a second there, and the Daggers get away with it. Kanu just a hit and hope, smashed it into the box, and it very nearly ended up in the net, but headed away, and B's come again now. With Chapman.
He just can't in 1v1, he's a demon, he's a menace, you don't want to come against him, and he just gets a good ball in the box, like I said, smashes it across, it falls to Glover, and fair play to that because they get all their bodies in the way and they block it. Pinball, like you said, and they managed to get away, but the Bees, and like you said, this gear, I think it's being upped at the moment.
Brilliant from Chapman, and links up with Glover. Glover gets one into the box towards Telford. Did he get a touch on it? Not quite, and it's out for a goal kick. Slightly turning up the heat, but Dean Brennan is still furious on that touchline.
Yeah. I think now, like I said, Dagenham's a time for them to just, you know, calm it all down, slow the game down, reduce the momentum that Barnet have, but I definitely think these last 20 or so minutes is going to be a time for Barnet. The big players got to step up now. Your Callum
25, come on.
25 minutes through, 25 to go.
66 minutes played.
Yeah, your Callum Stead, your Reece Browns, your game winners, you're going to need them for this moment in time.
Goal kick falls kindly for Owen Evans, who thinks about playing short, but well, he's going to roll it out eventually to Danny Collins. And now Kanu, all inside the Bees half at the moment. Kanu to Stead, bit of a heavy touch there. Oh, he's lost out to Hill. Oh, Stead, brilliant play to win it back. Although Rutherford carries on with it down the near side, and can he get the ball into the box? Rutherford in towards the middle, and it trickles out for a Dagenham and Redbridge corner. That was really poor play in the end from Callum Stead. Yeah. He did try his best to win it back, and he's got an encouraging pat on the head from Kanu.
Yeah, he did. I mean, Barnet quite fortunate there, you know. So it was really good play from Dagenham, win it from Callum Stead hard with the pitch. Rutherford plays it into Lupalo B, and it's good defending from Nick Tavares to come across and get that block in, because it looked like it was
crucial touch,
trickling into the near post.
Crucial touch.
The last set piece saw Dagenham cause a lot of problems now, and Barnet got to stay focused and make sure this doesn't go in.
This is a hugely competitive game. We're not actually used to this sort of thing. Hill takes one into the box, Glover with a brilliant header away. Stead chest controls it and boots it out towards Telford. Can he hold up the play against Rendell? He can, and gets one down the line towards Chapman. Excellent touch from Chapman. Now can he drive inside? Chapman turns back against Rutherford. Still Chapman sort of skilled himself up in the end, and Rutherford has an opportunity to clear. Good play from Rutherford defensively there, but the ball comes out, and it's Hartigan now who can restart the attack for the Bees. Out wide to Callum Stead. Back with Chapman, who's had an instant impact on the game, as you can see. Back with Chapman again. Spreads it wide to Kanu, not quite enough on that, and it's cleared away by the Dagenham left back. Barnet fans just trying to get behind their team, encourage them. Such a big opportunity to go 12 points clear, with York and Forest Green to play each other on the 5:30 kickoff on DAZN. Here's Ryan Glover on the far side, back with Chapman, Kenlock and Hartigan. Hartigan looking for options, Daggers remaining tight. Great turn from Brown, but just can't get through, and Hector comes away with it for Daggers. Tries a ball out towards Hill, who's got some pace on him, but Evans was well out there, and now Evans is ahead of both Tavares and Hill. Hill runs back. Boundless energy has Ryan Hill. He's almost like that Callum Stead in a way, but perhaps with more pace.
Yeah. Really good comparison there. Literally Ryan Hill is what he does, chase after everything. He's got a really good pace. But good defender for Nick Tavares, just to usher and making sure he doesn't get that ball back to Owen Evans.
And there's a bit of a sense of anxiety across the Hive. I don't want to put a downer or anything, but there's a sense of nervousness around the Hive at the moment. Here comes Idris Kanu down the near side. Brilliant from Kanu. Still Kanu into towards the box. Claims of handball, but it's gone out for a goal kick. Kanu did so well to get ahead of his man and drive into the penalty area, but his ball in the middle must have hit a Barnet player, and it's gone out for a goal kick. Another substitution now, and it's going to be Lee and Love who's coming on for Dom Telford. Dom Telford's played well.
Yeah, he's played well, hasn't had many opportunities. In the first half, he had that shot which went just over the bar. But now Lee and Love, like you said, this is the guy you want. Last time he was on the bench, came against Solihull, scored 2 goals, and that's the impact Dean Brennan expects, and hopefully Lee Love can produce that again today. It'll be a good matchup, with Callum Bailly and also Michael Hector.
2 more changes for Dagenham as well. Dion Pereira is coming off, and Shiloh Remy is going to be making his way onto the pitch. Scored a great goal at Ebbsfleet, did Shiloh Remy.
Ryan Hill's gone off.
Barnet fans again annoyed with the amount of time that Louis Jones is taking with the goal kick. It's headed forward, and will Stead or Kanu collect this? Kanu collects it. Great footwork from Kanu to get away from Rutherford. Here's Kanu still driving forward. Can he get it over to Stead, who's in loads of space on the right hand side? Instead plays it short to Danny Collins. Kanu continues his run, but he's being marked, and here's Stead on the near side. Hartigan. Stead again. Right by the touchline, although he's lost out there. That's a good tackle. And has the ball gone out of play? No, it hasn't. Dagenham come away with it. Loose ball, although Lupalo Bai has collected it on this near side. He's got Rutherford on the overlap. Continues going, does Lupalo Bai. Just on the edge of the D, spreads it out wide to Trent Rendell. He's got Hessenthaler. Hessenthaler plays the ball into the box, surely offside. It is offside, linesman's flagged. Dagenham look dangerous on the counter.
Yeah, they do. So another time Callumstead's given the ball away on the right hand side, and they've countered. Luckily this time they didn't really make much of it. But I think the play for Barnet, get the ball to Idris Kanu, because every time he gets it, he looks like the guy that's going to be able to create something.
Well, Chapman tried to play one in behind towards and Love, but Dagenham have intercepted it, and there's another counter-attacking opportunity as the Bees commit men forward, although the ball, that is poor in the end from Rafiq Khalil, who came on for Ryan Hill just then. So just confirmation then, Khalil has come on for Ryan Hill, and Shiloh Remy has also come on for Dion Pereira. But he's come again now. Kanu on the near side. He's been a really, really dangerous player for the Bees today.
He's been the Bees' best player for me so far at the moment. Every time he's got the ball taken on his man, put good deliveries in the box. Just haven't been able to get someone on the end of his crosses, but he's always fitting in.
And they say the best sides, or the sides that win titles, are the ones that win games without necessarily being at their best. The levels have been so high recently that it is so difficult to maintain that level. Dagenham try and launch another counter-attack down the right-hand side with Shiloh Remy. Tavares is going to see this out for a throw-in. So calm and composed is Tavares in those scenarios.
Yeah. A couple of turnovers from Barnet in key areas. If Dagenham have got anything about them, they could probably get something on the counter here, but their final balls have been really, really poor every time they try to get on the counter-attack.
Job well done for Daggers. You have to commend their performance so far. They have not let up. They have been resolute. They've been well organised, well drilled. Yeah. And the Bees just haven't managed to find that level of quality yet. But there's still time, and the Bees have scored a few late goals of their own. Leon Love claiming that he was held back there by Callum Bailly.
Yeah, like you say, not many sides have stopped Barnet from scoring at home this season. Only Oldham have done it, and Dagenham are well on their way to being the second team, but like you said, plenty of time left, and they won't be counting their chickens at the moment.
Daggers win it back in midfield. Here they come again, tried to get it down the right-hand side towards Remy. Poor ball in the end, and Kenlock needs to get it back to Evans. Evans being chased down there, but gets it forward towards Leon Love. Can he hold the ball up? The header is won by the very tall Paul Kellambai. Barnet come forward. They win it fairly against Shiloh Remy, and a chance for a counter-attack for the home side now. Collins plays it over to the right-hand side with Kanu. Up against Rutherford once again. Brilliant from Kanu as he chops onto his left foot, lays it off for Collins. It's out to Hartigan on the edge of the D. It's Kenlock now. It's so crowded in that penalty area. Here's Harry Chapman. Goes from long range, and it bounced just in front of the keeper, pushes it away but it's come out to Idris Kanu again, driving into the penalty area. Kanu! Oh. It's blocked, and they just can't contain Idris Kanu at the moment. I think the order of the day, get the ball to Idris Kanu.
Yeah, there's only one player in this game, play it to Idris Kanu, because he's on fire every time he gets it. It's causing problems.
Ryan Glover is making way here. He hasn't managed to impact the game like he normally does, and it's Billy Clifford who's going to come and replace him. A technician is Billy Clifford. Can he unpick these locks? Because there are not many spaces for Barnet to operate. They're being forced to go from long range, and they are testing Jones, but Jones is coming up trumps at the moment. The shots aren't troubling him quite enough.
Yeah, not enough. I mean, like you said, Chapman's shot was very comfortable, and he just kind of one got blocked by Daggers defenders. They're putting their bodies on the line here, Dagenham. But if Barnet keep on going, there is going to be that one big chance, and hopefully they can find it.
Chapman on the far side taking on Reynolds, gets the ball into the box, and Love! Oh, it's saved! It's straight at him. He headed it down towards Louis Jones. He just anywhere else, and that's a goal.
Gilt-edge chance that. Chapman, brilliant play from Liam Love. I mean, he's on the 6-yard line. He's just got to head it into the corner, heads it down right at Louis Jones. And Louis Jones didn't really deal with it too well, but his defenders were there to pick it up and sweep up the mess. But yeah, big chance there for the Bees, but opportunities are coming.
It's back with Kanu again. Bees raising it up another gear at the moment. With 15 minutes to go. What a huge opportunity for Leon Love.
You've seen on the replay, he was stretching a little bit for it, but yeah, he's got to do better.
Anywhere else, and that's a goal. But maybe there will be one more chance or so for him. Danny Collins now. Billy Clifford, where are these other chances going to come from? Clifford over to the near side with Carney once again, who's been absolutely unplayable against Rutherford. Gets it past him. As he managed to keep it in? No, he hasn't, and it's a rare mistake from Idris Kanu, and it goes out for a goal kick to the Daggers.
Yeah, but Harry Chapman's definitely changed the game. I mean, he's looked really good.
Great ball,
brilliant delivery.
Well, Louis Jones has gone down with one of those mysterious goalkeeper injuries.
Yes, it's spreading a lot these days, the goalkeeper injuries, isn't it?
Yeah, and hopefully the referee will be adding on this time. And we do know, by the way, that Dagenham have a knack for conceding late goals. Remember, they conceded in the 93rd minute against York City, an Alex Hunt penalty, and a 95th minute equaliser against Forest Green Rovers. So this game is far from over, and Bees are going to make yet another change here. I think it's going to be Jordan Cropper who's coming on.
And also against Boston United as well when Dagenham lost. That was another late goal. 2 late goals, in fact.
Yeah, so when confidence is low, but they managed to see out a 0-0 last time out. Has that been the turning point in Dagenham's season, you wonder?
Yeah. 2-0 away from home, that'd be really good for them, especially at the Hive. I mean, this is kind of like a bonus point.
Yeah, it is going to be Jordan Cropper that he's going to bring on, and it's an opportunity for not just Dagenham to get into a huddle here and a drinks break, but for the Bees to find a game plan for these last 13 minutes or so to get past a stubborn Dagenham side. And he's going to bring on Cropper because these kind of intricate passes haven't quite worked. The spaces are so tight that they just haven't been able to feed it through. So why not just throw it into the box and hope for the best?
It just can't come off, which is a bit of a surprise. We thought he was...
Yeah, that is surprising.
Well, Jordan Cropper, I mean, you know he's got that long throw in him, so maybe that's the route. He's definitely an option, particularly Idris Kanu. I mean, we thought he was playing pretty well.
That is a sacrifice, and it's a risk that Dean Brennan has taken, because Idris Kanu is definitely, from our point of view, has been one of the highest level of performers.
I think the only Polish substitution probably would have been Callum Stead, but I guess Callum Stead, he is a goal scorer, and you would want to keep him on the pitch, because after that, all of the front four have changed really for the Bees.
Jones goes along, Tavares wins the header. Stead up against Reese. Reese wins that header easily, but it's come out to Collins, who lumps it forward first time. Rendell, though, with a first time ball back to Rutherford. Great control from Rutherford, and gets it over to the left hand side with Khalil. Khalil being doubled up upon by Callum Stead and Collins, but manages to pull one back into the box. Kenlock gets it, I beg your pardon, Billy Clifford gets it clear. And here's Rutherford again, a poor ball from him, and it's gone straight out for a throw. And Khalil is furious with his teammate there. That was a waste of a good piece of possession there.
Yeah, they're in a good position there, Dagenham, and just giving it away to Barnet. It's hard enough to get the ball up off them.
Well, Cropper has the ball, throws it long down the line towards Callum Stead, and that's why he's been brought on. Header away, finds Josh Rees. Gets it over to Remy. Rutherford is calling for it on the left-hand side, plays the ball in behind. Rutherford is going to get there ahead of Cropper. Still Rutherford, feeds Khalil now. What are the Bees made of here? And more importantly, can they stop Daggers getting a sucker punch goal here? Rutherford travels inside, excellent sliding challenge from Clifford, but it's only come out to the Daggers defender, and here's Remy on the left-hand side now. Khalil turns Clifford easily there, down this near side. Still Khalil, great work from him. Gets one into the box, the header is saved by Evans. And what a chance for Lupalo B.
Wow.
Evans plays it quickly towards Liam Love forward. Great hold-up play from the strong Liam Love. Forward to Reece Brown now. Reece Brown.
Oh, good tackle.
He just cannot keep hold of the ball. Excellent sliding challenge from Michael Hector. What a chance for Daggers to get their noses in front.
Yes, good play on the left-hand side from Shaquille. He's come and he's brought a lot of confidence. He puts it in to Lupalo Bayern. It's a good header, but fair play to Owen Evans. Hasn't had much to do, but when he's been called upon, good save from him. But yeah, and then just a great tackle there from Michael Hector. I think he's been brilliant today, stopping Reece Brown from advancing. But he's getting a bit nippy now, getting a bit frustrated now for the Bees. But 10 minutes plus, you think at least a few minutes added on as well.
It's been a really frustrating day for anyone of a Barnet persuasion.
Yeah.
And Daggers had a chance to actually get in front. What a result that would have been for them. And here comes Billy Clifford for the Bees. Over to Jordan Cropper on the right-hand side. Can he get the ball in? He can. Rendell deals with it. It's headed back. And will Chapman let this go out for a throw-in? He will. And there's a chance here for Jordan. No. He's going to take it quickly. Is Chapman. Still Chapman. And surely now he will leave it for Jordan Cropper to throw one into the box.
He's got to run over. And is he running over?
No, they're not going to take the long throw. It's Hartigan with one in his hands. That's surprising to me because it's a useful asset.
Do you think maybe it's just the position of the ball running over?
I think throw-ins in the net. If Barnet don't score very soon, I think we're going to see a few long throws before full time. Here comes Chapman into the box, tries to pull it back, but there's no one there, and Josh Rees comes out with it easily, plays it forward quickly towards Lupalo B, and that's gone out of play for a Barnet throw. Tavares will probably take it quickly. He does towards Billy Clifford. Nervy times for the Bees, even in their lofty position in the league. They aren't losing the game, but they aren't winning the game. And they are currently squandering a chance to go 12 points clear. Here's Hartigan, plays it through the middle towards Reece Brown. Is there a goal in this for the Bees late on? So used to having it their own way are Barnet. Here's Kenlock on the far side. Oof. Tries to cut inside. Has he got past his man? He has. Great work for Kenlock. Oh. He pulls it across the middle, but no one was there to get a touch on the ball.
And it's a goal. It's gone out for Daggers throw. I think Liam Love, I think he just couldn't get a touch on it. Brilliant play from Miles Kenlock on the left-hand side. Beats his man. Puts a fantastic ball across the box, and no one's there to touch on the 6-yard box. Liam Love, Callum Stead.
Someone's got to be gambling for that.
Has to be there, yeah. And luckily for the Dagenham, it's gone out, but fine margins we talk about in football, and that's exactly an example of that.
Cropper wins the throw on this near side now. Chance for Cropper to launch one into the box. This has yielded a few important goals in Barnet's time. Clifford provides the short option, but Lupalo Bay is going to stop that happening, and it is going to be a long throw into the box. In it goes from Cropper. Tavares rises for it. Stead also. It's headed really well out, and Clifford collects. Back out wide towards Jordan Cropper. Can he get a cross in now, Cropper? He's just run the ball out of play. Yeah. That's so poor. And you've sacrificed Idris Kanu there.
Yeah,
and
that's Idris Kanu's bread and butter.
That's really, really disappointing.
Yeah, just seeing on the replay the chance for Liam Love. I mean, he's got to get a fit, and he just doesn't get the contact. He just misses the ball completely. lets Daggers off the hook there. And another chance goes begging for the Bees, and maybe is that the chance that Barnet were banking on? It's kind of seeped out a lot of atmosphere so far. So
it's there's still time. There's still time for Barnet to score here. But currently those Barnet fans have not really, this bumper crowd have not had a good day out.
Yeah. Dagenham playing in York City colours are doing them a favour, aren't they?
Rutherford for Daggers, he's been tricky, tries to play a ball through now. It's come out to Leon Love through the middle, gets it out to Kenlock, drives forward past Josh Rees, does Kenlock, can he get it over to the left with Harry Chapman? He can. Chapman up against Rendell, inside the penalty area, Chapman, he's just lost out, but it's into towards the middle, and surely must be a chance. Stead can't get it under his control, lays it off for Chapman. It's come out. And the ball has just hit the face. Oh, I can't believe the referee has stopped play here. The ball just smashed him in the face. The Dagenham player, as the sliding challenge went in, and that counts as a head injury.
Yeah, I guess you got to stop the play. Yeah, you got to in these day and age. But going back to that chance, I mean, it's Harry Chapman, he gets stopped, but Miles Kenlock picks up the ball, smashes it across the box, and
the keeper
it's a great save.
It,
And Callum Stead's not able to get a foot on it. It's a tough ball to control, to be fair to him.
It's so frustrating for Barnet at the moment.
But I've got to give Louis Jones credit for Dagenham in goal. It's a really good stop, and they're putting their bodies on the line, and Dagenham, they're fighting for their lives, and they're showing exactly they have not given up on their place in the National League. But for Barnet, it's another nearly moment.
So close yet so far, and well, he's up his Khalil, who took that heavy hit in the face from the ball. He looks absolutely fine at the moment, and he's going to be walked off the touchline by the physio. He's so close here and yet so far, and Paul Marsden is going to drop the ball here for Clifford, who gets it over to the left-hand side with Kenlock. He's been really good today as well, has Kenlock. Here's Harry Chapman up against Rendell again. Great footwork from him, dinks one in towards the box. Rees heads it clear. Headed away once again by Daggers. Kenlock tries to get it down. Brilliant tackle, and Daggers come away with it. Here's Hessenthaler. Rendell with a poor ball out, and it's come all the way to Tavares. Great turn from Tavares to get away from Remy. And here's Kenlock now. Great work from him as well. Needs to release it quicker. Oh, it's a poor ball. Square to Stead, and it's a chance for Dagenham to counter-attack. It's 2 against 3 now. Stead is running back to do his defensive duties. 2 against 4 as he takes on Hartigan. There's a chance to get it into the middle, and Dagenham have won a corner from nothing, really.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good play for Barnet. Yeah, Barnet giving the ball away in the middle of the park, and the Parlo by since he's come on, he's really, really good. Done much better than Josh Umrah, and he's won themselves a corner. And 87 minutes gone now, and Dagenham were to get a goal. What a disaster that would be. But you would not bet against Barnet still finding some opportunity of scoring a goal.
It would be quite something if Dagenham were to get this. It's a corner kick. In it goes. It's headed away by Jordan Cropper, doing his defensive duties well, and it's come back out to Khalil. He's been really good since he's come really on, but the ball there, commentator's curse, is poor. It's cleared all the way out to Hector. Chapman is the only one up there. Comes out towards Tavares, who heads it forward. Stead chases. Rendell wins the ball, heads it forward. Collinge has an opportunity. Brilliant play from Collinge. Calmness personified there. And Collinge needs to, and the Barnet fans are urging him forward, because we need to see a bit of urgency now. Here's Billy Clifford taking the ball forward for the Bees. Cropper's in a bit of space on the right hand side. Not sure if they trust him after that moment 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, time is ticking now. Now these are key moments. Can't give the ball away cheaply. Got to find the right opportunity.
Clifford into Collinge. Where are these spaces going to open up? It is over to Jordan Cropper now. Plays it back towards Clifford. Patience from the Bees even at this late stage. Hartigan. Still Barnet 0, Dagenham and Redbridge 0. Plenty of anxiety in this stadium. They know how big an opportunity this could be. Here's Chapman up against Rendell again. Rendell,
good tackle.
Fantastic standing challenge from Rendell. And Chapman, although the ball out is poor, and Tavares needs to quickly deal with this. Lupalo by. Tavares He's all over him, is Lupalo. I think it's Lupalo B.
Yeah, Lupalo B, yeah.
Lupalo B. And Tavares takes it quickly. Tavares ain't going to be beaten that easily. Collins comes away with it now. As we tick over into the 89th minute of the game, Barnet 0, Daggers 0.
Need a Forest Green moment, don't we?
Or a York moment.
Yeah, or a York moment as well. A late goal.
Or a Sutton moment.
Yeah.
Here's Chapman on the left-hand side. Onside, is he? Plays this. It's Brown! What a chance! What a chance for Reece Brown on the 6-yard box.
Wow.
It came to him quickly in a flash, and he just steered it past the post. So close.
This second half, Miles Kellog's delivery's been absolutely brilliant. He's created all the opportunities, and once again, it's his ball in the box. Picks out Reece Brown, and it's kind of a turn and hit shot. Opens his body up, but he just can't connect with it and direct it into the corner, and it just goes wider. Another chance goes begging for the Bees, but they've had the opportunities. It's just not going to be their day, it seems.
Just seen it on the replay.
It just goes wide, and he's unlucky, Reece Brown. But Miles Kenlock's been brilliant this second half going forward.
Kenlock heads it forward towards Brown. He's all over him in the middle of the park. Cynical challenge there from Jake Hessenthaler as Brown looked to launch the counter-attack, and it's surely going to be the easiest decision of Paul Marsden's career. A yellow card is going to be brandished for Hessenthaler here on the centre circle.
You could argue what was the difference between that one and Clayton's one.
And how many added minutes? 7 added minutes here. 7 minutes for Barnet to find what could be the biggest goal of the season. If they were to win this, it would put them in pole position, you would feel, to win the National League. Still with plenty of time to go.
Yep.
But what a result it would be. Here's Chapman on the far side once again. Gets the ball into the box. Great header away. It's fallen. Oh, it's a poor ball back. And there's a huge counter-attacking chance here for Daggers. Brilliant tracking back. Fantastic tracking back from Danny Collins and Billy Clifford. A combination of the two. Outpaced Lupalo B. And the Bees come again. It's end-to-end stuff here. It's a basketball match. Chapman gets past Rendo easily on the left-hand side. Here's Chapman into the penalty area. Chapman gets one into the box. It's a bit of a P-roller. Kenlock lifts it back into the box towards the back post. There's nobody there, and Stead will rescue it, has he? He has. He's managed to keep it on. Brilliant from Callum Stead. And again from Callum Stead. Lays it off to Cropper. Cropper needs to get the ball in now.
Corner.
It's a corner kick to Barnet.
What moment that was.
What a breathless. I've lost my breath.
Yeah, Nick Tavares mistaken. Brilliant tracking back from Billy Clifford to make that tackle. But now Barnet have a corner after good work from Callum Stead.
Well,
it's the time.
It's been as entertaining a 0-0 as you'll ever see. Hartigan is going to take this corner. Can he get the delivery on a sixpence here? Hartigan whips it in. And where's he going to fall? It falls kindly for Rendell, who gets it clear, and it's out for a Barnet throw-in now.
Is it Jordan Cropper time?
I wonder if... No, I think they're going to play it quickly here with Hartigan. Yeah, plays it quickly. Clifford back with Hartigan. I beg your pardon, Kenlock on the left-hand side. Now Chapman, he's been really influential since he's come on. Clifford, can he spread the play? He can towards Collins. Collins feeds in Love. It's a Love! It's in! He's done it! He squeezed it in the near post! And Leon Love has scored for Barnet! What a crucial goal this could be in the title race, and I've lost my voice.
That's Leon Love. We said when he was brought on, he's brought on to score goals. He did it against Solihull. He's done it again, and it's just brilliant hold-up play in the post. He just holds the ball off. He gets his shot away. Louis Jones, I mean, he's going to be so disappointed with that. He's been brilliant the whole game, but it sneaks past him at the near post. We said it's a big game, big moment. Leon Love, that's what he does. He loves scoring at the Hive, and he does it now. And Barnet are going to pick up a massive 3 points.
Louis Jones will be so disappointed conceding that at his near post. It's a goalkeeping clanger, really, isn't it?
Poor.
But Leon Love, what an impact he's had at this football club. And it's a 92nd minute goal for the Bees, who are showing what they're made of here.
It was a goalkeeping error against Dagenham in the reverse fiction. It's happened again today. I mean, keeper's got to do better there. We got credit to Barnet, they just kept on going. And that's what you do. When you keep on going, you keep on knocking down that door, it will eventually open. And Liam Love's done that again today. What a moment.
Absolute drama once again here at the Hive. And this is what champions are made of. Evans plays one long towards and Love again. And Love, brilliant from Love.
Oh, it's given a foul. It's given a foul. Handball.
Oh no, the referee's given a foul here. But what a goal it was. What a goal it was, but the referee has blown for a foul.
He's given a handball, I think.
He lobbed the keeper from well outside the area.
Yeah, he's given a handball, it seems. But what a finish from Liam Love that was it. His first time lobs the keeper. Whew. What a goal.
What an end to this game. Unbelievable.
Just a long ball from Owen Evans. Yeah, I mean,
it was a fantastic finish from Love, wasn't it?
Mark Hector wasn't complaining about it, so I don't know what the referee's seen.
That would have surely killed the game off, but now Barnet just need to hold firm. No frills, no fuss. Just get the job done here. And it's yet another late goal conceded by Dagenham and Redbridge. They're going to take a long throw here now, deep inside the Barnet half. It's Rendell with the ball in his hands.
Yeah, like you said, we said this from before the game. Dagenham and late goals. Match made in heaven, unfortunately, for the Daggers.
Oh, what a long throw that is from Rendell. And it's headed away by Tavares, and it's a corner for Daggers. And this game is not over yet. 2 minutes to go.
Yep. Keeper's not coming up.
In comes the corner. Headed brilliantly away by the goal scorer Liam Love, and the Bees can launch a counter here with Kenlock. Can he keep it in play? Can he hook it forward? He can. Lumps it forward down the left channel, and it looks like Oscar Rutherford is going to collect this one. Just need a moment to regain my composure here.
Still a minute and a half left to go.
Yeah,
now Dagenham are in the ascendancy.
A minute 15. Yeah, Bees just needs to hold on here. Kenlock hits it
brilliant
back.
Play.
Brilliant under pressure. And it's come all the way back to Evans, who can take his time to pick this ball up. It's heartbreaking for Daggers, really. They've been so resolute.
Yeah.
But Lee and Love squeeze one in the near post.
Yeah, you talk about key moments. That Tavares mistake was at 88 minutes. And Billy Clifford's game-saving challenge. I mean, that's going to be a big moment in this game. But obviously, Lee and Love, that goal. So it's a goalkeeping error, but Liam Love is not going to care one bit. Neither will the Barnet fans, neither will anyone associated with the club, because that goal could be the goal that just takes them an ever so inch closer to the Football League.
Brilliant clearance from Clifford down the right-hand side, and the Bees are just getting the job done here. The fans don't want any nonsense. They've been treated to a dramatic ending here at the Hive, but can they hold on? Tavares hooks one clear. Hessenthaler heads it forward. Lupalo Bai has a chance to get the ball down. Kenlock, can he hook it clear? Yes, he can. Towards Brown. Brilliantly trapped from Brown, and it's forward to Stead. Can Stead get the ball? He can. Great work from Stead down the right-hand channel. He's up against Ngessan, who came on as a substitute in the melee. Has Hardigan been pushed off the ball in the middle of the park?
He's given a free kick.
He's given a free kick to Barnet, I think, surely. Yeah, on the centre circle, just on the halfway line. And we've played 7.5 minutes of the allotted 7 minutes. All Barnet fans are almost up on their feet because they sense something so special here. 12 points clear if it stays like this.
You like to think it's game, set and match now. There won't be much time left to be played. Owen Evans taking his time as he should do. And he's going to kick this right in the corner towards Jordan Cropper.
Yeah, well, this is added time on to added time. We're at the mercy of Paul Marston here.
Oh, just that.
Ball was played over right deep in the near the corner flag. Full time! Job done! Eventually, 92nd minute winner from the man, the myth, the legend, Liam Love. What a signing he's been for the Bees. And Barnet Barnet take one giant leap towards the National League title. With 9 games remaining, they are 12 points clear. They have 2 games, they played 2 games more than their rivals York City and Forest Green. But Owen Evans is loving this. He's fist pumping towards the B Army. And this is what title contenders and champions are made of, Brian.
Absolutely, they keep on going, and they keep on persisting. You got to give Dean Brennan credit because he brought on Liam Love, and Liam Love's paid in dividends so much with that big goal. We got to give credit. I'm going to talk about this moment again. Billy Clifford, 88 minutes gone, however when it was, the Barnet Bees away on goal. He makes a game-saving tackle to make sure Barnet don't concede. And a few moments later, Liam Love, brilliant strength, gets a shot away. Keeper makes a mistake, but Barnet fans won't care. Like you were saying, 12 points clear. That is a gut wrencher if you're a York fan or a Forest Green fan, because you know that you've got a mountain to climb to get this title, and Barnet will not be giving this up. 9 games left, and at the moment it doesn't matter about how you get there, it's just getting there, and Barnet have taken a massive step towards that.
Sheer drama today at the Hive, and it could well be the biggest goal of the season. It was Liam Love in the box, squeezing one in. I mean, he really did squeeze it in that near post. The goalkeeper will feel that he's dropped a clanger there. Yeah. He should have saved it. He's made some good saves during the game, did Louis Jones.
Oh, he was good. He was out there for being man of the match. If it weren't for that mistake at the end, but credit to the Bees. If you don't shoot, you don't score. He had an edgy moment with Zach Brunt's effort, which could have went in. But at the end, Liam Love, I mean, he just squeezes it in, and it'll be good to see that on the replay.
They've done it the hard way, have the Bees. Chance after chance after chance wasted, and you thought, could it be one of those days? Could it be a frustrating one against the side?
Yeah.
4th bottom of the form table.
Yeah, I did say you needed a Forest Green moment, and that's a carbon copy of it. Late goals, and shame for Dagenham and Redbridge because it skidded another goal in the 90th minute. Yeah. That's more points dropped. I mean, Lewis Young will be seething because they defended so well. But Barnet are top of the league in there. That's what champions are made of. That's what you do when you backs against the wall.
9 more cup finals to go. It's Woking next, away. And this is what dreams are made of, really.
Yeah, for a Barnet fan, what a day in the sunshine in front of a record crowd. That's exactly what you want for your fans. A last-minute win, it never gets better than that if you're a footballer or a footballing fan. And Gracie's on the pitch now with the Barnet players.
Applause all round, from Barnet players to Barnet staff to Barnet fans. It's another home victory at Fortress Hive, and a dagger through the heart of York City and Forest Green.
Yeah.
It's finished. Barnet 1, Dagenham and Redbridge 0. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us on Hive Live. We hope it's been absolutely entertaining for you. I've lost my voice. My throat is sore as hell after that one. We will shortly be recording our post-match podcast, and here comes the Dean Brennan whip. Well earned, very well earned. We'll shortly be recording our post-match podcast, where we will be basking in the glory of this dramatic, thrilling late win that sends Barnet one step closer to the National League title. Thanks to those who joined us on DAZN as well. Any final thoughts, Brian?
Just wow, what a moment for the Bees fans. I mean, I'm so happy for them. They came in their thousands to support the side today. It's a beautiful day, and like I was saying before, that's how you want to win games. In the last minute, it was nervy, it was edgy, it was tetchy. Probably not a game you want to go through emotionally, but the ending, the perfect ending, and 9 more cup finals to go, and it's a step closer, a mass step closer. And for York and Forest Green fans who may have been watching that game, like you said, dagger to the heart, and daggers out for the Daggers as well, because in their fight against relegation. That will be a massive, massive blow. But fantastic for the Bees fans, and I can't wait to come back here and watch that side again. What a moment.
Yeah, we'll just take this opportunity to read some of your comments. Piano Discordian, thanks for another fantastic commentary. So great to hear every moment of these games. Thanks very much for that comment as well. Carol Turnham says, you commentators had me having kittens every time you raised your voices. I thought we'd scored. Thank God we finally did. Yeah, no, nervous times, Carol, I'm afraid. But eventually, thank goodness we did it. Richard Rolfe just got in just in time to hear them score. Well done, Richard. Great timing from you. Yeah, top commentary says TRK, all breathe now. Absolutely. Just need a moment for the old ticker to calm down. And it's all over to York City and Forest Green, who play the 5:30 kickoff later. Realistically, York have to win that game. They absolutely have to win that game to have any hope whatsoever of catching Barnet. But they also need to hope for a complete Barnet fall-off.
Absolutely, and to be fair to them, I mean, York had to win the game regardless of the result today, do you know what I mean? They were always behind. They had to win regardless, so this doesn't change anything in terms of York City, but it just, they might go into that game feeling deflated given how late the goal was, but they would have expected Barnet to win today, so it doesn't change for them. But for Barnet, that is going to give them a lot of endorphins. That's how you want to win. If it was a 5-0 win, would have been expected, but 90th minute winner just shows the passion, the desire, the fight. It shows a lot about a team to score at the end.
Yeah,
fantastic.
And that's one of the many topics we'll be covering in our post-match podcast, which we'll be posting, of course, very soon, once we've recorded it, as soon as we've recorded it. Thanks again for joining us. Take care, everyone, and bask in the glory of this sunshine, everybody.